He's losing his mind, and I am reaping all the benefits.
Yes. Yes. Dude, John Lovitz is the freaking man.
He is. Cause it's late as night.
Oh, what a night. Bro. What? You got my laugh?
Yeah, it's picking up the...
Every episode.
Oh, will you just turn the headphone port down? No, not that. God, no. No, the one that says headphones, Tanner. You have to read it.
I can't read.
I never learned how to
I don't know how to do reading.
I'm a bag. Come here, you illiterate boob. I'm quoting Corky Romano. You didn't say we were live. No, you did not. You said it's coming through the headphones. Or how you turn it down.
Twitch is going to ban us.
I can't read.
Nate's not over.
When you spell bigger wrong? Is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
Is that Yahoo Finance?
Yes, when Yahoo Finance takes control of your stream.
Don't we need a bigger Navy or something?
Here's how much it's going to cost you.
Okay,
All right, guys.
hang on. Shut up. Hopefully it won't crash. Proven gamer.
I feel the minutes count down on the clock again. Feel like I'm playing in a game that I can never win. Time is running out, I know I gotta make a choice. So many whispers in my ear that I can't hear my voice. Tell me, will it end the situation?
This is weird. We're like letting an
Yeah,
intro
man.
play.
I like when the little dude runs really
Hey, okay. We're in the clear. Go.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Remember the Loot, episode 63, the show more legit than a YouTube channel without dislikes. I'm one of your hosts, Frosty, and alongside me, as always, Resident Daryl.
Too legit to quit.
Too legit. Speaking of too legit, it's Josh Walking Idea,
fast. Ladle.
I knew you were going to do something.
and also in here with us, last but certainly not least, T-Bird.
Meh.
Say hello to the listeners. They're waiting for you.
Do it.
Say hello, brother.
Talk to you, brother.
No.
Yeah, mother like a.
So what's up, everyone?
I just undid all the bubbles on my Vita. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
All right, I am.
I don't know
about
what
to
that
start.
means.
My
Okay.
name is Mayo on the Vita.
Do it, bro. Do it. So basically, what the Vita does, it has its own folder system, and it had it before the PS4 did. And you basically put all your little bubble icons into bigger bubbles. And like, I'm very anal about like,
Anno?
I'm very anal. I'm very annual. I'm very anal about
Lord.
putting all my stuff in folders and things. And
Yep, there didn't I?
no, I just went with it. Anyways, I took everything out because I got so sick and tired trying to find games. Because I had everything that was like, there's horror, then there's like horror 2.0, because all my games are horror games.
Yeah.
There's action 2.0, because I run out of really cool things to think of. You know, like, what am I going to call this? What is it? It's action game. Action.
Do you have a JRPG folder?
I had a RPG folder because I don't play JRPGs.
What you got against J's?
Josh is in that one.
I don't have a Josh RPG.
I actually just started using my folders today.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Remember the Loot. We appreciate you watching. Appreciate you listening. A reminder, you can subscribe to us via iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, and now iHeartRadio.
Everybody's favorite podcast app, Podbean.
If you're listening on one of those devices, you can also check out our live stream Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/ProvenGamer.
We
Be sure
did
to
it.
Click that follow button.
You actually went live on time.
This is technically isn't a new setup. This is a temporary setup because we are currently remodeling the studio.
Under
Yeah.
reconstruction.
So it is under construction as we speak.
It looks like garbage. It looks like a booty hole.
Well, I don't know if it looks that
You said
bad.
booty hole, and I got the trophy for Go Eat Cake.
Bro, like groceries.
so relevant.
Oh, dude, I showed him a meme the other day. like it's this cruiserweight wrestler for WWE, and he's like got the English good guy kind of character going on, and he's got the like twisted up mustache,
Oh, yeah.
and he's like wearing like this like
Gooderton?
yeah, he's got this button up shirt with like a vest on, and he's like this with his hands up, and it says when you eat the booty like groceries, and she farts in your face, and he's like this, like he gonna.
Hey, been there. It's a story for another time.
No, just now.
Oh,
you just said something
your
about
time
Loot
is up.
after
Our time
dark.
is now. It's the franchise, and I'm trying now.
Yeah, not doing that. Joystick Entertainment is hosting us. Appreciate that, buddy.
Holla, 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 holla.
We
holla.
got a lot of new followers in the Twitch channel. Appreciate that. Shout out to Mad Dog 0069. Hey, 69.
Your
favorite
favorite.
number.
Woo.
Tanner's favorite.
What are you gonna do when you
Yeah.
turn 69?
Die.
She's gonna die.
Well, you're
I waited
69.
my
69?
whole life for
Life
this.
is over at that point. I achieved greatness, and that's it.
Tanner's gonna be like, he's gonna get cancer and AIDS and all these weird things, and he's gonna fight through all of them. And on his 69th birthday, he's gonna be like, "Take me, Lord,
I
I'm
did it.
yours." I did it.
I did it. I made it. I did it.
We started the show off right like we always do with the toast.
Oh, God dog it.
You have a problem with that?
I know I just put it where like the microphone is in my way. I'm feeling a little self-conscious with the microphone in my way.
First world problems.
So things to toast to. This is the first technically. Shout out Danny Hudson. This is the first podcast that we have recorded in 2017. So
Oh my
here's to a year of goody podcasts. And half you freaking nerds didn't even bring your monsters.
I have a Spider-Man cup.
And then I was reading this morning that Uncharted Force has sold 8 some odd million. It was like 8.9 million copies, like up to through the holidays. So
Uncharted
Uncharted 4 is selling really well. Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact too that it was bundled with the Slim.
Now,
And
see,
a killer deal.
I don't know that they count bundles because when they do MPD, MPD just started counting digital. It was physical copies only, no bundles. And then just recently it started counting digital because digital sales are so high. I don't think they count bundles. I think because Gears charted poorly, but they were throwing it in every single bundle. I say charted poorly. It charted. I want to say it was number 1 for just the month of August. But I was listening to some people talk about Gears, saying that like they didn't know how it sold because MPD doesn't show the bundles.
Well, that actually means it's even
might have
better.
sold more, yeah.
It sold more, yeah.
We don't know that for sure, but I mean that's just.
Yeah.
what
My
I
wife
think-
is
what I
currently
think.
in the other room right now playing the PS4 Slim bundled. That was bundled with Uncharted.
Yes,
So I'm really looking forward to playing that game.
you should.
Played the first 3. I'm just drowning in backlog, man.
Playing Scrim?
Just playing Scrim right now.
Scrim?
Scrim,
Scrim.
Scrim, bro.
Killing,
All right, anyways,
killing
pop her
dragons
off.
and whatnot.
You didn't prep it.
No, I didn't meal
Yeah,
prep.
you want me to tap your mayo?
Oh, ooh.
Oh, that looks
What?
questionable.
Are you okay, John?
I can't get it
You're like
open.
panicking.
Well,
Because he already popped it.
this
You're
one's
gasping for air.
this one's for the loot.
Oh, shout out to Kalai, friend of the show.
Yeah, all over the
I asked her. I was streaming last week or this week, excuse me.
Mine's defective. Open.
What if you spend the whole show fighting over that monster?
I asked Kalai, a friend of the show, if there was one thing that she would change about our show, what would it be? You know what she said? Less farting.
Really?
Really?
Less farting. Yeah.
That's a hit.
That's actually, I don't know. That's kind of a good thing because
Nope.
at least for entertaining,
What's funny is
you can't really help flatulence.
You're looking at me, telling me that, and he's fanning fart at
Nah,
you.
I smell it. That's fine. It smells like old
So
smells like old dusty basement. That's fine.
what she means is we just have to tone them down, like quiet them up, like put the mute button on.
So we need to hear: is it less farting, like don't even acknowledge it, or just less like audible farting?
No, I think she means quit acknowledging it because we're
Yeah.
not going to get away with doing it. Like it's just going to happen.
You know what's funny is I say this stuff all the time to you guys, and I only mention a few times on the podcast. But granted, we're not the biggest podcasters in the world. But I listen to shows,
Speak for yourself.
big shows. Oh yeah, got them arm burners.
Games.
So I listen to a lot of shows, and we we're the first podcast I ever heard fart on the show. I swear to you, like 2 weeks later, freaking Colin farts on the show.
You couldn't hear it though. It didn't count.
He called. They brought it out. He goes, "You just fart." He's like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, y'all, all of our farts smell so bad. There's no way we can just, if we hold our breath, we're gonna die. Like,
You reminded me.
you gotta say something.
Tanner's like, "I can't. I gotta make it to 69."
Not naming any names, but I was listening to a podcast the other day where they said it was their New Year's resolution to say something different every show as per the intro.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah.
Gimmick infringement.
Dude, I said this stuff. Okay, this goes back to when we were in a band.
Name drop.
We would freaking write
don't want to.
songs, and we'd play these songs for years, and then all of a sudden you hear this freaking band that's signed. Dude, me and Tanner riding down the road. I went one day at lunch. I went to the Family Christian bookstore or whatever, and I was picking up a gift for somebody. But I really like to check their CDs out while I'm in there. You know, this is back when I was still buying actual physical CDs. And I picked up a copy of Disciples' most recent album at the time. They had a whole new lineup, but the vocalist.
It's like
And
their
they
15th album.
Right. They started putting breakdowns in and stuff like that. So me and Tanner riding down the road, we're listening to it, and there's like a little sequence where it's like did it.
How's that go?
Did it. Anyways, and we're sitting there, we're both like nodding our head like, dang, dude, that's sick. Like that's a
Sounds so
sick
familiar.
breakdown. And I'm like, I've heard that before. He's like, yeah. He's like, hey, wait a minute, I think that's us. I swear to you, pound for pound, note for note, they ripped off
Yeah.
Chicago Typewriters' ending breakdown. And it's like,
Like
okay,
Vanilla Ice to Queen.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no idea what I'm talking about. No,
It's
nothing.
like a melody.
Anyways,
I don't
what are you
know.
playing, Daryl?
Speaking of which, before we get off that, you know Zayo's making new stuff?
Your boy,
I saw that. I was like, what the freak?
your boy Dennis hit me up the other night talking about Zayo because they got a new album coming out
He still talks to you?
on a reg,
He
baby.
still sends you music.
He still sends me nudes too.
I doubt it. In his platform shoes.
It's like a stand up for the camera.
He wears platform shoes.
Does he really?
He really does.
That's
yeah.
like the
There's a
Funny.
fruitiest thing.
did I show you that Facebook page where they
Yeah,
so there's a Facebook page that takes bad band pictures and
captions
tells
on
the fans of the page to caption it and make band names for that picture. And some of the stuff that like people were coming up with are hilarious. Well, this one particular picture happened to be one of Dennis Wood's old band.
Yeah, you remember when he did Heal the Sick, Raise the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
That vocalist?
Yeah,
The
the little guy.
dude. Yeah. Well,
Well, who's probably listened to the show, by the way.
Oh, hey, Dennis.
We've been talking. Shout out to Dennis, friend of the show. We've been talking, and he asked me for the links and stuff so you can start checking us out.
yeah.
So
I just thought it was funny. Small world.
yeah,
This random Facebook page found
Yeah.
a picture of somebody we know. Internet
Yep.
gets around.
it really does. That was really funny because they call them like the masturbating midgets or something like that.
Yeah. My favorite was Honey, I Shrunk the Vocalist.
Yeah, because the rest of the band, yeah, he's a short guy. He's a really cool dude, but he's a little on the short side. And like
you
these
got a
people-
friend in me. You got a friend in me.
So I've been playing video games, not very many because I've been remodeling the room.
You say that every time.
Do it.
I haven't been playing games at all. 69 plats.
See that?
Yeah, favorite number.
That's what. If I ever get to 69 pots, I'm stopping.
Just stop there, dude.
Stop.
Make a new account.
What if we, bro? What if he made 69 accounts?
Tanner
They all had
Tancredi.
69. TT baby. Oh, that was really funny. But yeah, geez, well, you're making fun of me about platinums. I got 3 platinums last week.
I haven't been playing games at all.
It's so funny because Jared just sent a message in the Facebook group, and he was like, "Hey, he's like, how do you continue to get so many trophies and so many platinums, and still work a full-time job, have a wife and kids, and all that stuff?" And I'll tell you, Jared, your friend of the show, shout out, and I tell you guys all the time, I just don't sleep because I am at that age where I require me time. I've got to have time for me to decompress and freaking play video games because that's what I do. And like working full-time plus, which I work, either overtime or like in case this week's extra hours. Every single week. Don't type so hard, homo. I
Well,
gotta
we have
fix
like
that.
We have a lot of people watching us right now.
I'm glad.
Thank you for
but
watching,
don't
guys.
You don't have to.
We love ya.
You don't have to slam tight.
It's sheer excitement. Holy crap!
He's like, oh my God, there's people in the stream. There's people in the stream.
For all
never
the
seen
new
people-
watchers, viewers,
It's a loud keyboard. Like,
I'm Platinum Mayo,
Mayo.
for the second time.
Wah, wah.
we don't.
Hang on, I gotta tell the story getting that too. So anyways, to answer,
your
hang on, let
Vito.
me answer
Do that
Jared's
for him.
question. Let me answer Jared's question before I get too sidetracked with Mayo Plats and Vitas. I just don't sleep, bro. Like, and for all you listeners and all you guys wondering how I do it, how I got 31 platinums last year, and it worked overtime every single week of the entire year. And my wife and I work opposite schedules, which I said that before. But it's pretty much like single parent status all week long. She's got the kids. And then I come home and I'll freaking, like I'll eat dinner together as a family. I'll hang out with them till 8 o'clock, which usually doesn't mean like 30, 45 minutes. And then I go give the kids baths, do bedtime routine, which is like my wife will lay down with my son and talk with him. And, you know what I'm saying? It could be, they have crazy conversations. It blows your mind and stuff that Noah wants to talk about. And then Zoe and I always have story time. So we'll read together as a family, break off into separate rooms. I'll go have story time with Zoe.
The puppy who lost his way.
No, my daughter comes up with stories and where I witch kills me almost every single night.
That's so bad.
This is hilarious though, because she thinks
You
it's so
might need
funny.
to watch out.
Yes, there's something wrong. with
And
it.
everyone lived happily ever after, except for you.
Except for you, Dad,
Because a
'cause
witch
you
kills
died.
you.
No witch
Suck it.
kills you.
So check it out. So what we'll do is like when they're getting ready for bed, I'll go take Paxton and I'll rock him in the little rocking chair in his room and put him to sleep. Okay, put him boom down, rock bottom, done. And then I'll go into the kid's bedroom and we might read something out of the Bible or we might read a story, just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we might read about dinosaurs, reptiles, freaking whatever, just whatever they're into that night. You know. And then it goes, we break into, you know what I'm saying? Like, she goes in there with him, I go in there with Zoe, and I freaking have to hear these stories. And she'll go, same thing every night. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a witch. And she
killed Daddy.
defeated you, Daddy.
Saying, guess what? She kills you again.
Yeah, it was so
You're grounded.
Because it was like for weeks at a time, it was like
I'm down
she'd
with
tell
you,
these elaborate stories how we go in these castles and we go in these dungeons, and then the witch defeats me. And in my house, we don't say kill; we call it defeating. You know, because I don't want my 4-year-old, my 6-year-old going, "I'm gonna kill you" in a game and stuff like that. I think it's just sounds poor. You know what I'm saying? Like I want my children. Sure, defeating you means the same thing, or just whatever. But I just don't like my
It's a
4-year-old.
it's a dirty word.
I'm gonna kill you.
I often wondered, like, when I introduced my children to games, how they would react, like that kind of thing, because like growing up, like playing Mario, like if you died, you understood that I died, but I didn't really die because
Yeah,
I'm gonna
tell
come
yourself that.
back.
Yeah.
So it's like I lost.
Right,
You know?
which is why we call it defeat, and it's
Yeah.
like it's like because I've had those conversations with them. Like they're not really dead,
Don't let them play Bloodborne then, because they ain't coming back.
I'm not letting my
It's like,
4-year-old
I
play
died. Anytime now. Any minute. Any minute I'll be back. Oh.
Anyways, so just getting back to everything. So I'll have the story time with the family. I get defeated by a witch, and then I'll put her to sleep. Run into the other room. I'll we'll swap. She'll go in there with my daughter. I'll go in there with my son. I'll talk with him a little bit. If I haven't had a chance to talk to him about his day, how was school, we'll talk about that kind of stuff. Blah blah blah. Just I try to spend a little, and this is something with you about to be a parent, and something that we got night and day right here with my kids. I only have 3, and I try really really hard to spend.
Only?
I know, right? But I try to spend some individual time with them. And it takes a while. I mean, my routine every day is, a couple hours long, but it's like I go and I rock Paxton to sleep. That might take 15, 20 minutes, and like just me and him. And we might talk. I mean, he's not even 2 yet, but he says stuff, and we'll talk about Spider-Man, and we'll talk about, whatever. And I'll rock him to sleep, put him in his crib, boom. And then I'll go have story time with Zoe, give her a kiss, love on her, boom. Then I go in there with Noah, talk about his day, answer any questions he's got, and then, you know what I'm saying, 9:30, I can get me a shower, spend some time with the wife, karate chopper in the neck, play some video games all night. So what I do is, and I've told this story before, and I'll tell it again, I have video games in every single room. I have consoles in every room.
There's nothing
I
wrong with
have.
It's an Xbox
I got
One
an
right
Xbox One right there.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the inch
Um,
of dust on it.
Well,
chilling.
I took the end table that was over there and moved it over here so I could put the Xbox One under the TV. Because our room's out of commission, the Xbox One stays in there, so Noah's been wanting to play Night Squad. Anyways, I put that in. But I have a PS3 in the living room, a PS3 in my bedroom. I have a Vita in the gym bag, and a Vita in the house. And as of today, I have a third Vita in the house.
Pumping iron and
Boom! I let Josh sign into it so he can get him a Mayo Plat tonight.
Is that your
Today-
new one or the old one?
shameless.
Okay, so that's Noah's. That's my
That's the one that's
original
the
OLED.
battery's going
That's
out?
the one the battery's kind of it just drains real fast.
Josh, you got like 2 hours. Hurry.
Yeah. So what I did was I just reformatted it, I unactivated it, and I activated the new one for him. Put the 32 gig card in there. Downloaded a freak ton of games for him. Tanner did not fart. We are not acknowledging this. This didn't happen.
He's not fanning
It's
George
a figment
Frosty.
of your imagination.
Doesn't smell like
Um,
beef and cheese.
So anyways, then I had Josh sign into it, download Mayo. He's gonna get the plat. Boom. We're gonna sign y'all in. Let y'all do
I
it.
smell
Anyways,
Taco Bell.
but so what I do, you know what I'm saying, to get back to wrapping up my long-winded story is I keep video games from everywhere. I got a PS TV in the office. Sometimes I have a PS3 in there. Matter of fact, that fat PS3 that I hooked you up with, that's where it was at
Which
one
is
point in time.
coming back to you eventually.
When you're done with it, legit, it's going to go to one of them so they can download some of these PS3 games and get these trophies before that stuff's not available.
Is this on PS3?
No.
I was about to say.
So anyway, so I just have stuff with me. So like on my 15-minute breaks at work, you guys have seen me. I'll bust out
Don't
Spider-Man.
create a Serta match with all that trophy pad and y'all doing.
But I'll freaking you know what I'm saying? Like I've been playing these side missions on Spider-Man. It's an open world Spider-Man game. It's a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
It doesn't run the best on the Vita, but it might be 15 minutes a day, but that's 15 minutes a day that and a lot of times I'll get some trophies. When I'm in bed at night, if my wife goes to sleep before me, I got a PS4 and a PS3 in there and my Vita, so I got access to everything.
Right.
I'll freaking play video games and I'll stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning and then get up at 4 or 5 or 6, go work, go to work or whatever.
Real quick, shout out to everyone watching. We currently have 88 viewers watching us.
That's awesome.
You know what-
Appreciate
you know
it
what I
so
think
much.
You know why? I think it's because we're doing talk shows instead of a video game.
Oh, word.
Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Man,
We
yeah.
love
I hope
you.
you enjoy it. But
Move over to video games. You've had your chance.
anyways, so kind of getting back to everything. I just stashed them around the house. So, you know what I'm saying, for anybody who wants to maximize your game time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play on Facebook. If it was not for our Facebook group, I would never get on social media. I would never get on Twitter if it wasn't for our fans and friends of Remember the Loot. So you're never gonna see me at home with my phone in my hand. Like literally my phone, I put it in the little holder by the door when I walk in.
Can't confirm.
And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you guys will call me, you'll text me. It'll take me forever to get it back to you.
Daryl Hub, I'm on fire.
Yo, one
Bro,
night, I needed him
he needed
bad
somewhere
one
to
night.
stay, bro. And I was like, phone was downstairs. I was like, oh man, I'm like laying in the bed. It's like 11:30 at night.
I think you actually left it at work that day.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's like slipping in the parking lot or something crazy like that.
I was like calling him all night. And it was like, he was like, bro, if you ever need anything, just give me
just
a call.
call me, bro. Just call
Should
me.
call me, man. I had you.
I don't know.
Bro,
I
it was a
just-
rough day.
Yeah, it was a rough day. I was like,
I got a PS4.
But either way, like, you just don't see me on my phone, And now, granted, if there's conversation in the room throughout the day or something like that, I might go check it a few times in the evening.
Right.
But when I'm pooping,
Vita.
I'm playing my Vita.
You can't talk about poop either.
Oh, excuse me. When I'm using the number 2.
When I'm scooping.
When
That just sounds worse.
When I'm taking the kids to the pool.
When I'm
taking the Browns to Super Bowl.
Dang it. Anyways, I just
paperwork.
try to maximize my game time,
Right.
and I just, even if it's just for a few minutes, something I've said this on the show a lot. I don't play multiplayer games. I don't play online with people unless it's a special occasion. I freaking
either.
Yeah, because that net, bro. I just, I could play online. I could play 100 matches in Call of Duty, and that might be fun for a little bit. I might actually get back into enjoying that kind of stuff. Or I can Platinum Duke Nukem, which is what I did this past weekend.
Ain't nothing like some good dude.
Oh my god, dude! So getting back into what I was playing, freaking Duke
Oh, we're still on
Nukem.
that.
20th anniversary World Tour edition. Like, if you're a fan of Duke Nukem,
It's
if you
still just
like,
as bad as it was, but also amazing at the same time.
it's bad because it's intentionally bad. You know what I'm saying? It's Duke Nukem, so it's like, it's Duke Nukem. It's the all-American hero. Like, he's the video game freaking balls of steel. Like, I don't know. I love it, dude. I love Duke Nukem.
Shake it, baby.
Yeah.
Is there a trophy for that? There's
Yes,
got to be.
yes.
Okay.
This is a trophy. There's and then see the best part
I
about
played
this,
that game when I was like 10 years old.
the best part about this version. See, I got Duke Nukem on the Vita,
Explains a lot.
and I got Duke Nukem on the PS3, and the online trophies and the difficulty trophies are kind of tough, and the cheats disable trophies. In the 20th anniversary edition, the cheats do not disable trophies. You just can't use them on the hardest difficulty. You know, and you got to beat at least one level on the hardest difficulty versus the entire game. So it's not that bad, you know. And there is a workaround. Like, yeah, I'll talk about that in just a tip. But there's a little workaround to where you can kind of like load up a cheat in one difficulty, back out, change the difficulty. It'll disable all but this one, and it'll let you kind of
Cool.
kind of pad it.
Yeah. I kind of did that with maybe not the same thing. I kind of did that with Bloodborne. Like, as soon as I got to the end and I knew I was at the end, I saved my data in the cloud, so I just kept reloading it, so I didn't have to beat the game 3-4 times in a row,
Yeah,
like
that's
some
smart.
people.
You like Tanner 7 times.
But in your defense, you're really good at the game.
Dude, it's not 7 times. Probably beat that game like 30 times already.
That's crazy. But you know, kind of just wrapping that up. I've been playing Spider-Man on the Vita. I said this to Jared earlier. I really think I'm gonna get that platinum. The collectibles are what's gonna hold me up. But I'm at the end of the game. I'm about to beat it on the hardest difficulty, which has been, I won't say so much challenging as it is kind of annoying. I just had to beat this one little level earlier today where you had to fight 3 these hunter robot things that Dr. or Octopus or Alistair Smythe or whatever sent after you. They're a pain in the butt, and they shoot these freaking like butt pulse things at you, and it kills
Butt
Spider-Man.
thrusters.
Did they have laser beams attached to their freaking heads?
Well, they have tentacles, so
Same thing.
They're kind of Japanese.
Anime?
But anyways, I'm at the end, and I'm at that point now where like I've done every single side mission up to this point, and I did them all at work on our breaks. So now, like, I was laying here on the couch earlier waiting on y'all to get here, and it was boom, popping, pop, trophy. So I'm starting to get to where they're bleeding a little bit. So I'll have to go back and do some cleanup, and the majority of it's going to be collectibles that I missed in some of the missions. But I really think I can get that platinum. I got the platinum in Duke Nukem this past week. I got the platinum in Duck Dynasty as soon as we ended the show. We streamed.
Did you bury that in the backyard?
I did not actually.
More like Duke Dynasty.
Yeah, it was definitely Duke. But I'm glad that I'm done with that
Now
one.
you got to do a review.
I will actually.
You need to do a review of that game and send it to IGN. No balls.
I'll put it on ProvenGamer.com.
Like, email it to Marty and be like, "Here, I did it for you."
I did this. I got the platinum.
Not all heroes wear capes.
bro. So yeah, and I can't. I'm under embargo on this new game that I got. And I downloaded it. I'm gonna start it tomorrow. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough on the mic.
What is it?
I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm under embargo.
It's a joke.
But here's the thing. I'm under embargo, but I don't even know what I can and can't say
What's it start with?
because the paperwork hasn't been sent to me.
What does it start with, and what's the rest of it?
What system is
What's
it on?
the front, middle,
It's
and
a
end of this?
PS4 game.
No way.
It's not out yet.
No way.
It's not Resident Evil or Horizon.
Ghost 2?
no way.
Not interested.
If it was Ghost 2, you would better tell me. Even
Ghost
on
2.
embargo.
There's no
Oh,
Ghost 2.
Oh my gosh! If there
Don't
was,
get
though.
don't get your hopes
If
up.
there was a Ghost 2.
There should be.
Oh, I mean, one day.
Let's
Anyways,
Ghost Recon
so
Wildlands.
I got a
coming
new
out.
game,
Guessing not.
but it's not like a AAA big title thing. It's going to be something. I want to say it was on PC at one time and is now a PS4 game.
PC, bro?
You PC, bro?
I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Mayo 2?
You guys both know what I'm talking about.
My name is Man.
It was offered to the
Oh, that game.
yeah that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't know
Gotcha.
what I can and can't say about it because it's under embargo.
gotcha.
But
Yeah, yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I was never given the
Okay.
embargo. I just can't. I just was like, well, I got this new game. I'm gonna try real soon.
Look forward to seeing your review on ProvingGamer.com.
Yep, that's the only reason I even brought that up is because I'm gonna have a review on ProvingGamer.com, just like my Walking Dead Season 3: A New Frontier review that is currently on ProvingGamer.com.
I still really want to play the Batman games.
Bro, you need to. I got that platinum last Tuesday.
So I've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy 15. Still haven't really dove into it like I want to. Every time I try, usually streaming, and when I'm streaming, I want to continue playing Odin Sphere because that game is really fun and really addicting and super simple, and it's really easy to play on stream. And the viewers that watch me play it usually enjoy watching me play it, and I really enjoy playing it. I mean, it's kind of a button masher at times, I guess, but it's still really colorful and beautiful. And
Play a master like that?
Yeah, like this.
well, it's a little bit more complex than My Name is Mayo.
I do want to say this.
There's a jump button.
He hasn't been announcing the
There's
trophies.
I've been popping hella
He's
trophies.
been popping hella trophies over here. And what we're doing for this show, we're only playing dubstep one time
For the platinum, right?
for the platinum.
I'll announce that one out loud.
Yes, do, so then I can just mark it and add that.
Because
Oh, yeah, if
sorry, I didn't mean, one more thing, and I'll let you go back to it. I just want to say, just so people are understand why we pick and choose when we play the dubstep. If we're playing a game for the first time and we know we're just going to pop a handful of random trophies, we'll play some dubstep to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? As we have for the past year, whatever.
It's a monster I created that's never went away.
But and it's great. People love it. But if we know we're gonna get the platinum during the show, we don't. We only play the dubstep for the platinum.
Okay.
So that's what we did
Is
whenever.
that audio only version, or how we do that on stream?
Well, when we stream, yeah, it's audio only now. Since we're streaming for the proven perks, the old perky proven system.
We'll just flounce around like a bunch of idiots and make dubstep.
Yeah,
noises
we're gonna
right
make
now.
weird noises and faces and.
Can't wait. You guys are in for a treat.
So are your nips.
See, I've been playing some more Odin Sphere.
Whoa, what?
He said, "You guys are in for a treat." And Tanner goes, "So are your nips."
My body is ready. See what I did there?
No.
Thank you for trusting me with your
Get on me.
body.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
So my mom used to work out to this guy named Gilad. And he used to say, "Thank you for trusting me with your body." That's what that reminded me of just now.
Did your mom ever work out to Sweating to the 80s with Richard Simmons?
Yes,
Bro!
I've like
Me
seen-
too.
I've
I mean,
seen-
what?
Oh, I've seen so many Richard Simmons videos.
My grandmother legit. That used to be a
That
thing.
explains a lot.
That was a big thing.
Is that
Sweating
why
to the
you
80s,
always
man.
want me to bend over when we're working out? You
Hey,
like
man.
stretch more?
Hey man,
He's just concerned about your body.
He said something really, really funny earlier, and I know this will be memed. I know it. And I want to say it.
Do it. Just say it. Just say it.
We were working out, and every now and again we work out, we'll have these little pissing matches. And we did our whole heavy sets of legs and stuff. And we're like, man, we got like 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. Like, let's do some arms. Let's do some biceps. And biceps every day.
Yeah.
And so we started doing biceps. And then we like, did you start the triceps?
Mm-hmm. And then we
He
went
did
on.
like overhead triceps with this little fat bar we got. And so he did a couple, and then I go over there and I did them. And I said, I don't know if y'all were counting, but that was 20. You know, just because sometimes I randomly say dumb crap like that. And then Brian goes, "Oh, is this a challenge?" Oh no, he goes, "Oh, is this a competition?" I was like, "Well, only if you do more than me." And then so it turned into 21 to 30, and then he goes and does 50, and we're alternating between us. He does 50. No, and then he goes 50, looks at all of us, and then does one more. It's 51. Now, we were doing like 40 pounds on a multiple pulleys, so it felt like a billion. And we were already at the end of our workout. So I go over there, I
Little
drop
burnout.
up another plate, and then I do 52 with more weight, which sucked.
Yeah, dude.
Sucked. And then Brian, of course, goes in there, and he matches me for 52. He doesn't take it any farther than that.
He's a monster.
But when we're all done, our arms are friggin' pumped. They're like all the blood from our bodies in our arms. He's like, my arms, he got so much blood in my arms, it's like I got arm boners.
Hashtag arm boners.
Hashtag arm boners.
Please, Jared, make that a meme.
It's going to be Josh with 2 arm boners.
Introducing the new Joshua Walking Idea action figures.
With dual
With fully
penetration
posable
biceps.
dick arms.
Oh, arm boners.
So yeah, Odin Sphere. Been playing it. It's good.
Sorry.
Final Fantasy 15 is amazing, but I still haven't dug into it like I want to. I want to start Uncharted 4. Haven't done that yet. I want to play Titanfall 2. Haven't done that yet.
What are you doing with your life, bro?
I don't know, man. I need to play more bro shooters. I need to be like,
You got all these new AAA games, and you're playing Odin Sphere.
yeah, it's a fun game.
Wasn't that game on PS2?
Yes.
It was. It's got an HD remaster.
Excuse me.
It's the only one on PS4 I like it. Not a whole lot of HD remasters on PS4. I don't know if you know that, Dan.
Yeah, certainly Duke Nukem was not an HD remaster. Available today on PS4 and Xbox One.
Today.
You can't remaster a master
Dude,
of Duke. T-Bear, what are you playing?
I've been playing.
All right, my turn.
all right.
Just kidding.
Rude.
Just kidding.
Go ahead, T-Bear. Don't let them.
I've been playing both Call of Duties, Modern Warfare Remaster and Infinite. Just been playing multiplayer.
Say it again.
No. And I tried the Nier Automata
Onomatopoeia.
automobile demo. That junk is awesome. Y'all need to download it and try it.
It looks really good.
Automobile.
Basically.
Near
Automata.
Automata.
Dude, you
I can't say it either.
Yeah. No, y'all should have heard Tricky trying to say it on Trophy Horrors this week or last week.
We don't talk about him.
It was really funny. Well, Tricky, Tricky gets a lot of crap because every time he botches a word, all four of his trophy skanks are like, "Hey, you said a word wrong, Tricky."
Why does all his team hate him?
Speaking of which, go to provinggamer.com, check out all our podcasts, including Trophy Horrors, their flagship podcast. New episodes go up every Wednesday.
It might be the one with the most episodes, but it is definitely not the best that Proving Gamer has to offer. Shout out, Trophy Horrors.
Obvious Gamer says, "What's up? What's up, man?"
You pounding that mayo jar over there, bro?
Pounding it.
Looking to me.
What else you got, T-Bird?
That's it, really. I ain't really got a whole lot of time to game, or haven't felt like playing anything with a big story in it right now.
Yeah, he friggin'
Sure.
poop socked Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Congrats again, man. That was good.
Yeah.
61 hours.
61.
It's impressive.
8 short of
Wait,
69.
next week, I'm going to come back, and it'll be 69 hours exact.
69.
Didn't leave it there.
We should
Bro,
do,
you
we
won't
should
do
do a build up of like our 69th episode.
What if we did,
That'll be
like,
like our 100th episode.
What if we did
hype.
remember the Loot's 69 favorite games?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Let's do it.
We could do that. And what's funny is like that, like we can make that running joke. We could do all the 69 stuff, but like we're all prudes. Like, it's so funny at work because like I make a lot of bad jokes and dumb jokes,
No.
but then in reality, like I'm one of the most boring people in the world.
You're right.
You're like Squidward.
We all are.
Oh, I got.
Let us know in the chat if you guys would like to see a build up to our 69th episode.
Hey, I got a funny story real
Exactly.
quick before Josh tells
We're
us what
still
he's
in the
playing.
intro.
That's the best part. We do a whole show just on that. So,
Hey, appreciate the
we spent
follows,
an hour
guys.
last week doing this.
so my wife tags me on Facebook in this picture, and it's like my wife's short. Okay, I'm 6'1", she's 5'2". You know what I'm saying? And
Is that
like,
considered dwarf?
no, but we're getting close.
That little D height.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, so basically, for us to do some of the sexy stuff, it's kind of difficult at times. I don't get it with a foot difference between us. Foot, if you know what I mean. Actually, no, that's not true.
I don't get it.
Yes, you get really close.
But so she tags me in this like picture, and it's like this. It's like a cartoon advertisement for this little thing that you get like a almost like a step, like a slanted step, so that you could do the shower sexy time.
Oh, that's legit.
But it's also got a picture of somebody like shaving their legs on it, you know, and it said shower time is gonna be a lot easier now or something like that. Anyways, it was an obvious implication to someone shorter standing on this becoming taller, and it's comfortable for y'all to do the sexy time in the shower. So she tags me in that, you know,
So footstool.
basically a footstool for the shower. So
I know you're talking.
she
about.
tags me in it. No big deal. It's nothing vulgar or gross or whatever. And this, but it was kind of funny and cute or whatever. And she tags me in it, and then like it shows up in her friends' news feed. So all her friends are like blowing her phone up like, how you gonna be sharing sex toys on Facebook? And just giving her a hard time because all her friends are really funny too. And dude, my wife was like, I'm so embarrassed. I didn't know anybody would see that. I'm like, why? It's just like, I was like, it's not a big deal. Like, we've been together for 15 years.
Then there's
If
my
they
wife.
If they don't think.
Zero filter.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I thought it was really funny. I don't know why there was a reason why.
Because you're thinking about doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually going to leave the podcast now. I'm going to
You
shower.
should. Josh, what do you take a cold one? Josh, what are you playing?
Sometimes it's a safe way to do it. I'm playing My Name is Mayo.
Don't say it.
Trying to get the plat.
Why
for the
don't
second
we log you out when you're done and get you the My Name is
The
Mayo
second
plat on
plat?
the
You
video?
might as well, Frosty. You already got the first one.
Okay.
Okay. So I beat the main story in Infinite Warfare like 2 hours ago, and that junk got me in my feels.
Mm-hmm.
It like broke my heart for a few minutes there. So then I had
What they do tell you it was the last one they're ever making?
no,
Hello,
this,
darkness, my old friend.
have you have you played it? Have you finished that game?
I haven't played it at all,
Oh really?
other than what was over here. So I want to
Dude.
play it. I don't have a copy.
Dude, the end of it is like crazy. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's wild, man.
Here's a really good campaign.
It's so good, dude. The detail, man, the detail and everything, dude, is so freaking good. So I beat that. I have, like I told you guys earlier in text message group thingy,
The sixth.
A text message? It's called a text message.
in the message group message.
The thing with the words in the phone.
Well, in that group message, there was not words. There was
You drew up a
Wieners.
lot of pictures of wieners.
You did draw one.
You didn't really say a whole lot. You were just drawing wieners with smiley faces.
I was bored.
It's like I could play my
Completely
PS4 or
justified.
my Xbox One and all these great games I got, or I could just draw dicks and send them to my friends.
Let's just see Josh at his house, sitting Indian style, drawing wieners. Miss you guys.
Haley
LOL.
comes in there like, "What are you don't tell me you're drawing wieners on your phone again."
What's funny
You
is
got
don't
me.
tell me how to live my life.
what's funny is I show her all the ones I send you guys, and she's like, "Why do you freaking sit
Why?
there and send digs to your friends?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And I scroll through all of us. I was
you
like,
say-
"We're all doing it."
Did you send her the Punisher penis?
I showed it to her at work, dude. When I went and picked her up, I'm like, I walk in the door, I'm like, "Hey, babe, look at this." I says the Punisher wiener.
That's the Punisher Petey.
I was like, "Dude, that's a pretty good one."
Yo, Punisher dude.
Oh, dude,
Don't
you
take
could
that.
Punisher
Don't
dude.
take that. And I'm playing Far Cry Primal still, trying to chip away at that. I think I popped like 3 more trophies in that today.
You better get stealth, bro, so you can see all the wild stuff I saw in that game.
Yeah, I've started to go stealth a lot more, and I like it a lot better playing like that. Because if you're just running around shooting with arrows, like it gets old after a while.
Yeah.
And
Get a club, sneak into a cave, and watch the cave people bang. It's weird.
I'll make a clip of that, and we'll put our clips together. And they'll have a baby clip
We put our clips together.
together.
We just stay
like
home
this.
forever, dear penis.
Wearing South Kakalaki, putting clips together. So yeah, and I'm playing Rocket League and a little bit of Overwatch here and there. I'm only a level 10 in Overwatch, but I popped a trophy for that. So
It was fun. You like it?
yeah, I love it.
He
It's
popped
awesome.
that trophy called I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It.
I don't play with. Oh, I want to say it so bad.
What? Who do you use?
I use Diva. She's got like the mech suit,
Yeah.
and
Oh no,
one of my favorites is Pharaoh. Is Pharaoh?
Pharaoh, I think.
She has a butt thruster.
Like Pharaoh? Like,
Is it how do
Yeah,
you say
kind
the
of.
word?
Kind of like how you said Pharaoh.
Pharaoh.
Almost.
Well, she's like in this mech suit, but it flies, and she's got like a cannon blaster or whatever. She's
Rocket launcher.
rocket launcher or whatever. She's really cool. Same thing. I like her a lot, and I also like I said last week, I believe Soldier 76. He's pretty cool. That game is really fun, and it's like the only game that I can play with people right now. So if you guys want to play, man. But that's all I'm playing.
I got some sad news for you.
You don't have.
They're
any more?
about to nerf Diva.
I know. I seen that article that Kalai put up like today, I believe, or yesterday.
Yeah.
That sucks because Diva's perfect the way she is.
Apparently
in my
not.
opinion.
Apparently not.
In my opinion,
Well, I guess that only if you're winning with her, then yeah.
If it's that, I mean, if it's that noticeable, it's gonna suck. But like, we got a lot of changes in Street Fighter Season 2. Like, a lot of people got nerfed, some people got buffed, and like, I don't see a huge difference.
Yeah.
Which then again, I haven't played as much as I've been wanting to.
yeah.
But I mean, hopefully it won't be too bad. You know,
Oh yeah.
something because they'll make small tweaks and changes and stuff to try to balance the game, which is good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially when you have a community like that and people are really into the game. Which
Yeah.
I actually read something the other day that said that Street Fighter V was actually one of Steam's highest selling games. Excuse me.
Streams.
Yeah, Stream 2.
James.
But so I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, the
That's
game
good
it
news.
seems it's starting to sell better than it was at launch.
Well, they got a bunch of characters in there now. You know that's how it is for a fighting game.
Yeah.
If you put a fighting game out, I get what they were doing, and I'm not mad at them for doing that. But if you sell a fighting game that doesn't have you got to have a bunch of characters for every person. So if you have a very limited roster, you're gonna have a limited amount of people that are gonna go buck wild for it. Like me, I picked it up right in the beginning. I rented it because I wanted to play it and I wanted to try it out. And they only had 8, 12 characters to start with, 16 max.
16.
16, yeah. It seemed kind of shallow, and I didn't really like a handful of them. And then they didn't have the story mode thing or whatever. I played through what they had,
Yeah.
And I mean, I got a few trophies for it, and I enjoyed it. I played online. I played with my we had a fight night here, not like y'all have fight night. But we just had my family over, and we all got together and played and had a good time. Played it for the weekend.
Yeah.
Took it back.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good that when you have a game like that, it's a lot of people are dedicated to it and they support it.
Yeah.
Because it's better than back in the day when we had games that there was things that were blatantly broken and they never got fixed. And I've made this example with fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. We had characters in the game like Sentinel that were just so OP, so broken, and they just back then it was just a thing.
You got what you got.
Deal with it.
Until the Super Turbo Ultra Mega Edition.
Well, no,
comes
that
out.
never happened. It just always stayed broke.
I will say that the character Roadhog in that game is super OP.
He's getting nerfed now.
I'm so thankful.
Like
because,
literally, as we speak, he's nerfed.
Yeah, it
legit,
actually is.
Make it
It's
so.
weird.
legit.
And nerf.
He has a claw. I don't know if you've seen anything.
Yeah, the
on it.
hook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got the hook, and he'll dude. I've been hooked from across the map before, dude. And he yanks me to him, and then as soon as he pulls you to him, you don't have a chance to get out of it. And he shotguns you, and you're
There's
dead.
one way to deal with that. Get good.
Yeah, you're right. Get good. Well, usually, if I'm with Farrah, I can sometimes I can butt thrust out of there, because you press R1 with her and she shoots straight up in the air.
Mm.
And so sometimes I can do that. I can manage to do it, but man,
Okay.
it's rough. But that's pretty much what I've been playing.
Just a tip, Daryl. What you got?
All right, so just a tip. This week is for Duke Nukem 20th Anniversary World Tour Edition. If you look up pstrophies.org, it tells you that you can platinum the game anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. Took me between 6 and 8 hours to do it. For multiple reasons. I didn't know the maps very well. So if you don't watch a video to show you where the secret stuff is in the map, or for example, you can turn, because this version will allow you to turn on cheats, you can turn on God mode, all weapons, keys, all that bullcrap, and this thing called no clip. A no clip will allow you to walk through walls and stuff. And if you're strictly just in it for the trophies, use no clip, walk through the walls, go to the end, fight the boss. You know what I'm saying? Hail to the king, baby, all that stuff.
Real quick, Daryl. Say make it rain.
Make it rain, say it
Say make it rain.
Like Lil
make
Wayne.
it rain.
Okay.
Wow.
Tricky wants you to say make it rain so he can give out proven perks.
Oh, sweet.
Make it rain, sucker. Make it rain.
dance.
Proven perks for everyone. Make it rain. Under your chair, you get a proven perk. You get a proven perk.
you all get
You all get proven perks.
I don't know
While you're
what this
watching the
means.
stream, you're earning proven perks, which is viewer loyalty. The more perks you have, the more eligible you are for giveaways. When we do our giveaways, you can win free games, free PlayStation Plus cards,
Free weeds.
free
Free weed?
drugs, free lap dance
Whoa,
sessions with the
whoa.
T-Bird.
Yep.
Okay.
Tanner and Tank ready?
So continue, Daryl. I'm sorry.
Anyways, so the platinum guide says you can do it really fast. And there's a couple things to take note of when you do that. If you're going to follow a guide and watch the videos and skip to the end, sure, that's doable. I still don't. I mean, I feel like you really have to know the game well and know the maps well to knock it out in that amount of time. And B, there's new maps created by the original level designers and developer commentary, so you can listen to them do almost a podcast, like just three guys hang out talking about like making Duke Nukem levels and stuff
really
like that. And there's so much cool stuff in there. So my trivia tip this week would be, if you want to get a quick platinum and you have Duke Nukem, or you want to get a quick 100% on Xbox and you have Duke Nukem, that one is platinumable in roughly 2 hours. But there is kind of a trick. There's so you can use the cheats on all the modes except for the hardest difficulty. And one of the trophies is beat one level on the hardest difficulty. So what you do is you load up on normal or something like that. Load up the first level on Hollywood Holocaust. The one where he's on the rooftop and he's like, "Dang, those aliens are going to pay for shooting up my ride." Mm-hmm. Well, then you load that one up. You do the cheat code. It's like down square right R3 left, and it brings up the cheat menu, and you can turn on one. It goes to the main menu. You got to do it again. Turns on another. If you like, some of the cheats will stay on forever. Like God mode stays on forever as long as you're playing on that difficulty. No clip stays on forever as long as the walk through walls, as long as you stay play on that difficulty. All inventory, all keys, all that stuff, and the map. Like you can actually, you can unlock like a top down view of the map where you can see everything, where all the secrets are and stuff. And an invisible map that like helps you walk through. You can actually see what you're doing while you're walking around. There's a trick to one of the trophies to getting beating one of the levels on the hardest difficulty. Is you load up the game on normal, turn on God mode, no clip, all that crap. You back out, you go back into the level on the hardest difficulty, and then no clip is still engaged. God mode's turned off, the weapons, all that stuff's turned off, but no clip is still engaged. So you fall down the little ventilation shaft, you land on the health pack, you run at an angle. You can now. I would suggest maybe grabbing one of the weapons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's like a rocket launcher hidden somewhere on the open. What I did was I legitimately just freaking hauled butt, because there's more enemies. They kill you faster, and obviously it takes more to kill them. And at the end of Hollywood Holocaust, right by the little biohazard symbol, there's a big cop pig with a shotgun. And, those things are super hard to kill. No clip will allow you to walk through walls. Okay, so if you go through a wall and there's technically nothing designed behind it, it's just all black. But if you go to the next part of the map, let's say the map cuts like this, and you walk through the black onto the next level, and that next level just so happens to be on top of a building, it'll automatically put you up there. So the way you take advantage of this trophy is you drop down with no clip on, you run through the building, you run through the last building where there's technically no level left, but you do it at an angle and it will put you right in front of, it'll warp you up to right in front of the hazard symbol.
Wow.
So you can literally beat that level in 15 seconds. Which also, gives you the trophy for beating the game in like record time, better than the 3D Realms developers. So, all that information's on PSN Trophies or PSNTrophies.org. Sometimes some of that stuff you kind of have to read into a little bit. I looked at the guide whenever I started playing the game, and first thing I did was I went and checked out the new levels. The new levels are so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
50 taps away from getting the platinum.
Oh, so you got all the other stuff.
I believe so.
Sweet. We got to do a little build up to that. Should have waited till 69 tabs.
No.
I believe so. I could be wrong, but I might pop it.
But anyways, yeah, just the tip. Duke Nukem, easy platinum, quick platinum. I played through the levels with some of the cheats on. I didn't really care for no clip. I didn't like having always run on because it just made it really hard to stay inbounds of the level. I tried the new stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I beat the bosses. You know, I had a really good time.
There's a lot of people watching us in this chat. A lot of people shouting out, saying, "Hey, hello everyone! Thank you so much for watching."
Thank you for watching,
Don't
guys.
forget to click that follow button if you haven't already.
Pick up a Vita.
We have a question in the
Support
chat.
your local Vita.
If I can find it.
Don't mean to be antisocial over here, guys. Just getting this plat.
You gotta get them platinums.
Was it the one about how we got into gaming?
Yes, I'm trying to find who said that.
Keep scrolling, brother. And you missed
Scroll sauce.
All right, 12398 Law asked, "How did you get into?"
Lil.
He asked, "How did you get into gaming?"
My answer would be my dad. My dad worked a lot when I was a kid. My dad was in route sales, so he would get up, you know what I'm saying, around 4 o'clock in the morning, head out on his route, and he drove like a big box truck filled with like Little Debbie cakes back before Little Debbie was the main squeeze. It used to be Interstate Brands, and so my dad sold like Merita, Little Debbie, and Hostess. They were all sold from the same people. And so he would go fill up all the gas stations and stuff with all the little snacky cakes and all the bull crap. And he would go do that. He'd leave around 4 o'clock in the morning and not get home till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Very similar to how like UPS guys, you know what I'm saying, do their routes when they're out doing their deliveries. UPS, when you're doing a delivery on one of those box trucks, you don't have a certain time you just knock off and go home. You go until you're done with the packages for the day. So there's days where we get UPS packages, sometimes 9 o'clock
So
at night.
you handled a lot of packages in your day.
My dad was quite the package handler. I would go with the little gun and go in there and mark the packages.
One more tap, and I've got the platinum.
All right, well, let's do it. Ready? Let's count it down. Let's give him a little drum roll.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. About to do it.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go.
A mime. What do we do now? My name is Mayo.
Boom! Platinum.
That was such a difficult plat to get.
God,
He's working hard, bro.
I need to go ice my wrist. I need to go ice my wrist, man.
It's like, oh. But anyway, so my dad was in route sales, and he would he'd be gone all hours of the day. He'd come home real late at night, and the only way we got to hang out was video games. Because by 8, 9 o'clock at night, you can't go outside and throw the football. You can't, you know what I'm saying, go do things that me and my dad later in life
it's just
enjoyed.
really hard.
I mean, you know, especially when I was younger too. You know, you got to think like
I'll get
supposed
it.
to be- So my dad, sometimes I'd be asleep when he'd come home, and he'd come home and he'd slap me around and wake me up, whatever, and we would play.
Get drunk, slap you around, play video games with you.
But we would play NBA Jam, we would play Narc, we would play Super Tecmo Bowl. You know what I'm saying? NES and SNES and Sega Genesis were like those systems are kind of like the foundation of me playing video games. But it was really because that's how I spent time with my dad. And it's so funny because me and your dad were talking. You know, at Walmart the other day, I ran into him and we were talking about playing video games. You know, and you always tell stories about playing with your dad. But we had like it was the same thing for us. You know, like when Mortal Kombat came out, my dad went to Video Coop. No. All American Video.
Oh man, that place was awesome.
All American Video picked it up.
A video store with arcades in the back.
Yes.
man.
That's awesome.
X-Men.
Mortal Kombat 3,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy or whatever. But anyways, he rented Mortal Kombat 1 when it first came out. Came home, went straight upstairs, and said, "Okay, we're gonna play this game together." And he said,
Don't tell your mama.
That's what he said. He said, "Don't tell your mom." He said, "She told me I'm not supposed to play this with you." It was on Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
And first match, Kano beat my dad and ripped his heart out and held it up. And we were like, "Bro!" But at the time, we didn't say bro. We were like, "Dude!" It was so freaking cool. And like, I remember.
Back then you always said man. Man!
I think we always said dude. I think
Boy.
dude. Boy.
Boy.
Damn
Boy.
boy.
F boy.
Boy.
Rip your heart out, boy.
You dead boy. But it was something like that was like there's probably 2 or 3 moments in that like solidified me staying in games. And I've told you guys Resident Evil was the one. But like I remember those early moments with my dad where it was like playing Mortal Kombat and playing Narc, the cop game where you could go up, you know, it's like a little side scroll 8-bit shooter, you know, but then like you could go up to a drug dealer and if you went up to him, you could arrest him. Or you could just freaking blow his head off. I mean, whichever you want to
I
do.
mean, yeah.
But I just remember playing those games, and Double Dribble as another NES basketball game. So that's probably when when the hooks got put in.
Right.
Resident Evil is what elevated me to
Sended you into legendary status.
legendary status.
So that's cool. Yeah, I've talked about this often, but I was a only child growing up.
Really?
My mom had me at a young age. My uncle was 8 years older than me, so he was pretty much like my brother. And he got me into gaming, and I remember at a very young age, one of the first games I remember distinctly playing at a young age was I was in the back bedroom at the time he lived at of course he lived at home. He's still a kid, but he handed me the controller when I played Contra.
Yeah.
It might have actually been Super C. That's like the first game I remember actually trying to play and beat. And it was really hard, you know.
Those games are hard.
Yeah, like those games are hard for us now. Like imagine going back and trying to play that when you were a kid. But and from there, it just my love for video games grew. Like it evolved. I went from that to Mario to Mega Man to all the classics. Castlevania was another game we used to play together. We used to play that game co-op style, which we'll talk about later in one of our topics. And I think I talked about this last episode, but I was very blessed to be able to have the consoles growing up. Like pretty much every new console that came out, I was able to get my hands on it in some way. I didn't necessarily always get them at launch. It was usually around Christmas time when my parents were able to like get bonuses and stuff, But I had all the Nintendo consoles. I had the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, the 64, which I didn't actually get my hands on a Nintendo console until they released the top loaders. Do you remember the top loaders?
Oh yeah.
They were like the smaller versions. You put the cartridge in the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the games I got with that was actually Star Tropics, which is a great game, which is on the NES Classic. They need to bring it back. Just one of my predictions.
Do we really need another Star Tropics?
Who are you asking? You asking me?
I mean,
Because the answer is clearly yes.
We've gone this long without it. I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm just saying.
That's the point.
Don't look at me.
Back me
I'm
up,
not,
Tanner.
no, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so yeah, my love for video games grew that way, through my close relationship with my uncle and his like big brother stature, I guess.
Your uncle, grandpa?
Yeah.
It's a show.
I know, that's what I said.
It's so dumb, dude.
Is it really a show?
It's really a show.
Oh, well.
The more you know.
Yeah. So it was good times. Good times.
It was a pimping good time.
Pimping
Yeah.
good time.
What about you, T-Bird?
Around the Genesis, really with like Sonic 1 and 2, and a little bit of Golden Axe.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Golden Axe, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, brah. And then it went towards obviously getting like PlayStation 1, not the little smaller one, the actual one. And Soul Calibur and like Crash and Spyro and all that.
Dude, freaking Alter Beast.
Oh, excuse me, it's not Soul Calibur, it's Soul Edge or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people forget about Soul Edge.
I didn't. I thought I was crazy when I talked about it like a couple.
Yeah, it was that one
months
time
ago.
we were like, nah, man, you made that up.
No,
No,
it
that
was a real
funny.
game. It really happened.
It was
Dude.
great.
Alter Beast is one of my early memories, too.
Rise from your
Rise from your grave.
That game
I
was.
watched you beat that in like a day.
Dude, yes.
That game was pretty terrible.
I just got a trophy and have zero
really
time
good.
played in this game.
Yeah.
All right, Josh.
Let me pause this real quick.
He's playing Call of Duty on the Vita, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
So I just looked these up because my dad swore on Facebook that it was Street Fighter that me and him used to play, which we did play a Street Fighter, but I had just looked the Streets of Rage up because I knew that was the first game I had ever played
Streets
on the
Rage?
Sega Genesis. And I was like looking, I'm like, dude, just looking at these screenshots I just showed y'all, it just brought back so many memories.
Mm.
Because I remember me and Dad like using that character right there and just picking up.
Axel and
Yeah. And the dude that has the skates, isn't there a guy that uses skates?
Yeah. It's like, that's Street Rage 1, isn't it?
Streets of Rage 2.
2. He's got the skate. Yeah.
Because I used to be with the guy with the skates, and Dad used to be like Axel, and we used to pick up the pipes and go and like beat
freaking lay the
people up.
pipe.
Yeah, we'd lay the pipe, man.
You didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up, did you? You just had the Sega.
I had a Super Nintendo at one point, but
Because there was a game on there called Final Fight that was really good.
I have
It was,
one of those on PS3.
It was actually a Capcom game.
Capcom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
really good.
Capcom.
Some of the
favorite.
characters of Final Fight actually made their way to Street Fighter,
Yeah.
but that was a side-scrolling beat 'em up, just like Streets of Rage. It wasn't quite as in depth,
Yeah.
but I just remember the game playing a little better.
yeah.
But Streets of Rage was really cool because you had like I feel like the move sets for Streets of Rage were a little bit more depth in Final Fight.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage was the first game I beat with my son Noah. Final Fight is one of the more recent games that I beat with my daughter Zoe.
Yeah, because they re-released Final Fight Guy on PS4, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah, which was really cool. 'cause-
Well, I got it on PS3 with the Humble Bundle when Capcom did the PlayStation Humble Bundle.
Okay, cool. Because it's really cool that they re-released it that way. Because the original Final Fight on Super Nintendo, you just had Cody and Hagar, and it wasn't co-op. But then when they re-released Final Fight Guy, they added Guy, which I believe was actually in the original Japanese arcade, and it was co-op. So it was a lot of fun. I actually played through that on the 360 when they released it. It's good stuff.
360.
So, moving on to our topics.
Yeah.
Topic number one, finally. Topic number one is brought to you by Amazon.com. Go to ProvenGamer.com, click on the Amazon link if you have any online shopping to do. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it does help the site out tremendously by allowing us to put out more content like this podcast. We appreciate that. Topic number one, Christmas 2.0, question mark? Tons of games are about to drop on us here in January and February. What are we looking forward to? Let us know in the chat, too. What games are you looking forward to?
T-Bird, you want to take that one first?
Sure. Let's see. Okay, January, there was let me double check. It was Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity
And-
Rush 2.
Yeah.
You haven't played Gravity Rush 2.
Nobody has, 'cause it's not out yet.
It's a joke, bro.
I know.
He's good at this.
Kingdom Hearts. The Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8. And February. It's Neo and Sniper Elite 4. Are we going to do March as well, or are we just going to stick with those two first months?
Bro, you can go as far as you want. You can go all the way if you want.
Well, the list I got only goes
All
to
the
April.
way.
I'm looking forward to the Blu-ray release of Shazam.
All right.
I don't believe you. For multiple reasons. A, y'all don't watch Blu-rays, which blows my mind.
That's a true statement.
And B, like, you don't even like Shaq, bro. You don't even like.
That's Kazam. Shazam was the one with.
Oh, dang. I am Kazam.
You haven't
that's
seen
right.
that? That's the thing going around on the
Yeah.
internet where like people are claiming to have seen Shazam, which was a movie starring Sinbad
yeah,
about
yeah,
a genie
yeah.
that
I know
supposedly
what you're
doesn't
talking about,
exist.
Yeah, dude.
So
I always obviously get the two confused. That's really funny. Freaking, I don't know. Me and T-Bird been talking a lot, and I am cautiously optimistic about the new Resident Evil. I'm waiting on them to.
says the guy that has the special edition pre-ordered.
Yeah, but like I went and started canceling all that stuff today.
Yeah.
I went there today. Saw your boy Nick.
Shout out B-Button guy. How you doing? Why are you looking though? Just continue the story.
That's what he told me before you got here.
Because what he did was he walked in, saw me, looked straight at the ground, and walked to the back of the store.
Oh. Still shout out Nick.
Anyways, so I'm really excited about Resident Evil in general. I'm excited there's a Resident Evil game, but 7 is in first person, and I've said before, that's not what I want. I've played the demos. The demos are good. I did the VR thing. The VR thing is really cool. It was really cool to hear Lucia on Trevi Horse say that he played the VR stuff, and like he said he couldn't finish it. Like it was terrifying him.
Yeah.
The Resident Evil VR stuff.
Keep in
So-
mind, Lucia doesn't like Resident Evil 4.
Well, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I told Tanner this the
So
other
his
day.
opinion doesn't hold no validity.
I told
I'm
Tanner
just
this
kidding.
the other day. Like, I've liked everything they've done to this point, even the weaker, you know what I'm saying, side story installments and stuff like that. So, like, when somebody picks one that they don't care for, it doesn't, I mean, you know.
What do you think's the most underrated one?
Well, I think it's the most underrated one. I'd probably say Revelations 2 is probably the most underrated Resident Evil.
I'd say Code Veronica.
No, Code Veronica is a fan favorite. Like,
Yeah?
dude, you can listen to Kind of Funny Gamecast, that Top 100, whatever. They talk about how Code Veronica is one of the all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot
they
of
also
people-
say that
Game
Chrono
Informer-
Trigger wasn't as good as people remember.
I mean, Game Informer talked about it too. I remember Code Veronica being the hotness when it came
It was
out.
good.
And
And
I,
that Dreamcast too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I
I
was
had Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Code Veronica.
I had Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Code Veronica. I had WWF Royal Rumble, Crazy Taxi, freaking Carrier. Anyways, I don't know. I think that the most probably underrated Resident Evil title out right now is Revelations and Revelations 2. And the reasons why is because you had Operation Raccoon City that was made by the team Slant Six Games that made the SOCOM games. And people didn't really receive that very well. They had a really busted way of releasing the game. They sold you half the game for $60, sold you the rest of the half in DLC for another $60.
Yep. I was really burnt on that one. You
Yeah.
both got the special edition.
Oh, I got the special edition on Xbox 360 and PS3. I have the Steelbook versions of
sorry.
both. I'm not sorry. I bought the DLC both times. I love that game, 100%. But I get that, you know, it was a side story. It played completely different. It was a really interesting take on the game, but in the world.
I love the idea.
Oh God,
I
that
really
was
love
a
the
great
idea
idea.
because Hunk was such a cool,
Yeah.
underappreciated character at times. You know.
And to see people like that Umbrella's Secret Service, whatever.
Yeah.
You know like I said, that game came out, sold really well. It's one of the highest selling Resident Evil games, but it really put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths because they bought that expecting Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, something like that. They got this game and it was like meh. And then Resident Evil 6 came out and it was balls to the wall action. Capcom said they were going after the Call of Duty crowd, so they made a really twitchy, fast paced, you know what I'm saying, game.
Twitchy and glitchy.
I don't know about glitchy, but I don't know. That camera was kind of wonky. I guess I can give you that. Because at first the camera was kind of close to you, and they released a patch that would let you put the camera where you wanted. You can put it in the cornhole if you wanted to.
That's a good place to put it. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it was, again, I like 6. I've beat it on multiple systems. It's not everybody's favorite. But then Revelations came out on the 3DS, a fantastic Resident Evil game. It had Jill, it had Chris. It took place in between 4 and 5. I think that's when it takes place. Really, really cool. Bad guys, like it had some really terrifyingly scary parts, in my opinion. Fantastic game, but it was a 3DS exclusive originally. Then it got ported to Xbox 360 and PS3.
I remember you playing that.
Oh, it's
I
really.
remember
really
when
good.
it first came out, you actually went and bought a 3DS.
I bought a
to play it.
3DS for that.
I remember you used to hook it up to your car speakers.
Yep.
And like on break, you'd sit in your car and play it.
Yep. It was really good, man.
Yeah,
I remember Honcho and I would.
It was on the Wii U.
Speaking of Honcho, I saw him today, by the way. It was on the Wii. It's actually really good on the Wii U.
Yeah, it is.
Because the Wii U screen is the inventory.
Because they don't try to make you use it like
Yeah, but
gyro
you're not playing.
camera.
You're not playing Star Fox.
Yeah, that's why I said like Zelda Wind Waker was a fantastic game on the Wii because you look at your screen,
Yeah, that's your inventory.
you got your inventory system and map right there,
Which they
It's
totally
great.
stole that from the Dreamcast, by the way. But we're not gonna, because that was the VMUs. Anyways,
Yeah.
So you know, the Revelations is a really good port. You know, I mean, it's a really good port. Excuse me, but it's also a really good game. I beat it on multiple consoles as well, including the Wii or the 3DS. And then Revelations 2 came out episodically when that whole episodic fad was, was going on. When everybody's like, "Oh, we're gonna release our games episodic," but they were the first ones to do it with like a legit schedule. You know what I'm saying? An episode came out every 3 weeks, I think it was.
I don't remember it getting delayed either.
It didn't, and it was good. And the Vita port got delayed for like 6 or 8 months, and it still runs like balls. But I mean, it is a console quality Resident Evil game on the Vita, so there are some frame rate issues, and because of that, I haven't finished it on the Vita. It gets, and it uses all the juice. Like the thing I love about the Vita is you can like play a game, pop a couple trophies, minus your game down, switch over to your trophy menu, sync your trophies, read your trophies, whatever, then go right back into your game. Very similar to how you can do on the PS4 and stuff.
Okay.
Vita did it first. But with games like Revelations 2, there's so much of a horsepower hog
Right.
that freaking you can't do that stuff. It
Right.
makes you close out altogether.
So Resident Evil 7, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
Anything else? Any other games? Or
Well, I got that up until today. I had my special edition of Horizon Zero Dawn pre-ordered, and I got the collector's edition of Resident Evil 7 pre-ordered with the music box and all the bullcrap. I went to go cancel it, and I said, you know what? Because I just bought my wife that vehicle, and we're going on vacation next weekend. Which, by the way, I won't be here next weekend. And just we got so much going on, tons of birthdays, all this stuff. I was like, I don't need to spend $300 on collector's editions. I can just buy the games, And so I went to go cancel that stuff, and I still kept everything on my Resident Evil one. I was like, and even my wife said, that's what you want,
Treat
that's what you
yourself.
like, that's what you're into. She's like, why in the world would you cancel that?
Treat
So
yourself, man.
I moved all my monies that I had on reserves over there, so I got a good chunk of it paid off. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger on it yet because I can get a lot of games for $180. I can get another Vita for less than that. I need more. I need 4.
You need 4 Vitas, man.
you're collecting while you can.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my mentality right now.
Yeah.
Like that they're not officially discontinued. There's still 40 games this year already announced that are coming out for it. So, I think the Vita actually has more games coming in than the Xbox One. Currently announced.
Right.
So, we'll see. Yeah, like I said, those two, Resident Evil and Horizon, I was really, really excited for Mother Russia Bleeds, and it got dropped at PSX, which I thought that was an early 2017 title.
Right.
So I'm used to games being delayed. I'm not used to games dropping, like, out of nowhere, like a freaking RKO. That near Automata or Automatopoeia. I'm interested. Platinum hasn't really impressed me with the last few games they've put out. I haven't downloaded the Nier demo yet. But I think that's kind of it for me right now. I mean, there's a bunch of games coming out, but I said this on the last episode of 2016, and I stick to this. My gaming resolution for this year is to completely wipe out my PS3 backlog. And to do that, I'm going to have to not buy all the new games, not play all the new games.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
there's just games I'm knocking out. Like I'm playing Spider-Man on the Vita right now, but I'm also playing Spider-Man the PS3 version as well. Tangentially, and I'm actually about the same spot on both of them.
Right.
Not playing it on the hardest difficulty on that one. So, but either way, that's me. Those are the two main ones. I mean, there's other stuff coming out, but I'm gonna hold tight. I got Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on PS4 and Duke Nukem. I don't really need nothing else.
You are set in life. Yeah.
Dude, I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn a lot. I mean, I guess everybody is. It looks great.
Everybody but Tanner.
Tanner's gonna come on now.
Nope.
Come on now.
Everybody's talked about it too much, so Tanner's gonna be that
you're
guy.
you're gonna get the steelbook
Nope.
special edition.
Tanner's like, I'm just not gonna like it because everybody else does.
Don't be that guy, Tanner.
Hey, I got Persona 4 today, by the way.
Oh yeah,
You did.
Persona 4 Golden. Yep.
that's cool. Let me know what it's like.
I'm gonna
I
try
don't
it out.
see that. I don't see that being a game you'll like.
Well, Tancredi said the same thing to me. Shout
I
out,
told you
Tancredi.
the same thing too.
Greg Miller loves it, right?
So does
There's a lot of people who like it.
Yeah, a lot of
but
people do.
You were talking about a guy that's not really anime inspired, and
You're right.
yeah, and the game is nothing but. So
well, it's one of those games to where everybody talks about it. It's the hotness. People love it. So I need to at least try it. And it's, I mean, God dog, it's been out for so long now. I just finally brought myself to picking it up, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that. I don't know when. And
Cool.
Tancredi asked me today. I don't know when, or he asked me if I was actually gonna play it, and I will. I just don't know.
gotcha. Looking forward to Gravity Rush 2, even though I haven't played the
Anime.
first one yet.
Anime. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. How can you? I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, I just haven't had a chance to play it. I mean, we got to remember, I still have a lot of games I need to beat. Hashtag backlog beatdown.
Oh, I'm freaking killing my.
Everyone's
We're in
swamped.
that
We are
battle
swamped. I
out.
still haven't finished Suikoden 2. But like I haven't. I also have been using that PS3 as like a Netflix machine right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like while I'm playing games, I can watch Netflix.
And chill.
And it just feels weird to put down my PS4 control to pick up or to play my PS3 for a game that's 16 years old.
Why don't you use the PS4 controller on the PS3?
So it's like the same.
No, I'm talking about the control. I'm talking about like the art of going back and playing a dated game when I have games that I need to beat now because we have all these releases coming out.
Well, you can retire. I mean, the whole point of the backlog beatdown is there's 3 options: to beat it, to 100% it or platinum it, or retire it. And I ain't gonna lie, dude, I've been doing some retiring. Like I just said, enough is enough. Like Owen Hart, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
I'm not a nugget. I'm a champion.
I'm not a nugget.
Well, like I want to go and play and beat Dishonored, which I bought physical a while back, and
I think we all need to give up on that one. I've got the definitive edition.
Yeah,
I've got the Game of the Year
I
edition
need
on
to
PS3.
beat. I need to beat it because I got to the very last spot. I just got fed up with having to try to sneak into it.
All 3 of us have the same problem with Dishonored.
yeah.
We all want to finish it. We all want to play it, but ain't none of us doing it. So what does that tell you about the game?
Okay, I'm looking at the list now for January. We got so Gravity Rush 2. We talked about that. Dragon Quest 8 is coming to 3DS. I really wish they would just go ahead and put those on the PS4. I want to get into those games. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battles.
Oh, that is. I'm
That's
100%
coming.
buying that. 100% buying that.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
That is. Oh my god, dude, that looks so
A lot of
cool.
people were complaining about the art design.
I love it. Love
I feel like I can overlook that.
it. Oh, dude, I think it's
because
great.
it just looks like a fun plug and play game.
Yes, it looks like a cool freaking beat 'em up.
And if it's Couch Co-op, Couch
Coach,
Co-op,
Coach,
Coach
Coach.
cow
If
op.
it's the
Yeah,
if it's the-
coach that cow op, baby.
Coach, you like the coach. I love it. Ain't no crumpets and tea.
Does anyone fancy a Couch Co-op?
Panky's out, you know.
Would you like a smoke and a pancake?
Nope. Slapjack no
Smoking the
cigarette.
weenie.
My life, Couch Co-op, I love Couch Co-op. Yakuza. Yakuza's coming to PS4. Yeah. Let's see what else.
Yakuza.
The Hitman Complete First Season is coming. I guess getting a physical
Yeah,
release.
it's getting physical release. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
That's really cool. Kind of bums me out though because I already bought it digital.
I
And
kind of want to get that.
You
Yeah, I want to
should.
get that.
It's a good game. It's really fun.
Speaking of backlog, I got all the Hitman games on PS3 sitting there waiting.
February 9th, we got Neil. That game looks really cool.
And see, that's something else right there. That's something like, especially you guys. I say this, Resident Evil being my Neo. You guys are Dark Souls guys. Once that game comes out, y'all ain't gonna play nothing else.
It's possible.
You're right.
I've played that game. Tanner and I played that game. It's good.
It's good.
It's real
But the
good.
closest thing we have to Onimusha. I'll take it.
It is. It's Onimusha
Yeah.
and Dark Souls 2.
You got For Honor. Are any of y'all interested in that?
No, it's online only, even campaign. You can't outplay the single player without
That
being
makes
connected to the internet.
0 cents.
Yeah, you know what? It's not gonna make 0 cents from me. Boom, because I ain't buying it.
Oh, no.
Good point.
And
What
if
about
I
you,
get-
man? For
if-
Honor looks like a game that'd be.
If I get a review copy, guess
For
what?
Honor?
For Honor. For life.
No,
For
your
life.
NAT won't allow you to
life.
play that game.
Yeah, you're right. I'm actually trying to stray. As hard as it is to believe, I'm trying to start buying single player games. After I've done bought all the shooters of 2016.
I was saying, there's
You know what?
nothing left. You
Well,
have to
I
play
mean-
single player games.
Well,
Is
hey,
there no one else?
You have all the Call of Duties. All
there no one
Overwatch.
else?
no one can stand up to me. Bring it to games.
Yeah, he's like, well, what else are you gonna do, bro? You buy all when you got all the multiplayers. It's like, well, I guess I'll get a single player game.
See, we have Halo Wars 2.
Halo's Wars.
Halo's Wars.
Digimon?
I'll pick that up when I sell.
Okay, did you all play the last Digimon?
I didn't, but I
Cyber
heard.
Sleuth.
Who did I hear talk about that game?
Everybody, yeah, freaking Reform Gamers talks about
Yes,
it. a
Reformed
lot.
Gamers, I think I heard.
I just figured with you guys all being Pokemon fans that y'all be all about that. Did you?
I like Digimon was cool back in the day. I have never played any of the games. I never.
Digimon
Like,
was my Pokemon back
I was
in
into
the day.
Digimon for like a whole 6 months, maybe when I was a kid.
I played Digimon World 3.
How was it?
It was old. That's an old PS1 game.
So,
dude.
question.
It's freaking awesome. And I played Rumble Arena 1. The fighting one.
Is this gonna be like an RPG or something? JRPG?
Yes, it's going to be an RPG. Traditional
That's cool.
turn-based RPG.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind getting it.
Berserk and the Band of the Hulk. I actually did a
Dynasty Warrior style.
yeah, I did a press release on this
Yeah.
game because it really excited me to see Berserk back because I haven't played a Berserk game since Dreamcast.
You've gone berserk.
There was a
since the anime went off air.
yeah, pretty much. And
Graphic.
Dreamcast, there was a Berserk game that was very comparable to like Devil May Cry or Onimusha. We were that the main protagonist, can't remember his name, with that giant sword, and you were just going around killing everything.
How did it go? Giant sword.
He's just
This
Do you
this
need
big old
do you
honking
kinda
sword.
need like both hands at sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. To grip it good, to stroke it to slay your
Grip it.
enemies.
Into shape.
But yeah, Berserk and the Man of the Hawk is basically going to be a Dynasty Warrior style game. So it's gonna be a lot of blood,
What? It's a
a lot of
Gangnam
killing, a lot of death. Sign me up.
Kill.
East Origin, which is gonna be a re-release of a classic East
yeast.
Origin, East infection.
Yeast infection.
It's getting a HD remaster, or yeah, like a re-release for the PS4 and
Yeah.
Vita. Kind of looking forward to that. I'm into that kind of stuff.
You dabble?
I dabble a little bit. Lego Worlds. You gonna check that out, Daryl?
Lego games are hard. Bro.
I'll be honest. I think my kids have kind of had all they can stand of the Lego games right now. There's so many, and we have
too many, yeah.
We have at least a dozen.
That's not a TT Games one though, is it?
Yeah, it's TT games.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think we're kind of take a pause on the Lego games because we were beating them pretty good for a while there, but I think my son's kind of got tired of them. My daughter don't want to play them, you know. And
Right.
I don't know. Those games are fun, but they're tedious. And to platinum them, there's a lot of single player components. And I got to be honest, I take a lot of. My wife makes fun of me a lot for some of the games I play and some of the things that I do. But like for some reason, like I just don't want to hear her make fun of me for playing Lego games.
Why?
I would hate to see what your wife says about things we do.
Bro, my wife thinks we're fools.
If she listened to our show, she wouldn't listen
No.
to us
Hey,
no
Brandy,
more.
check out this
Yeah.
anime I'm watching.
Nerd. Nerd. Yeah, nah.
Dork.
I was playing Lego Avengers one, not Lego Marvel Superheroes, the one that came out before Lego Avengers. And she was like, "What are you playing?" I was like, "Oh, Lego game." She was like, "Your kids aren't even in here. Like, why are you playing that by yourself?"
Hey, sorry,
I was
babe.
like, "I mean, they're kind of fun." And she was like, "This is not the type of game that you play."
I'm ashamed to call you my
She
husband.
game shamed you?
She game shamed me, bro. My wife
Bro.
game shames me all the time.
Jeez.
What's so crazy is like I was playing Resident Evil 6 the other night in my bedroom, and it was right after the nudie Ada part. So I was like, I knew that part was gonna be awkward. You know what I'm saying? Skip the video, whatever. And but then the boss fight after that, the chick's like in the nude, but she's like all deformed and degrossed out and whatever. And I've said this on the show before, but once you shoot her and she goes back to her like perching position to start firing these little shards at you, she does this weird dance and rubs all over her boobs and her vagina and stuff like that. My wife's like, "What is this trash that you're playing?"
Send me a link.
I was like, "Oh, it's called Bloodborne, babe. You know, I don't know. I should play it. It's Call of Duty. You know? No, I was like, it's Resident Evil.
Totally not
And
Resident
I was like, you told me you make fun of me for playing Lego, but then you're like, you're like appalled about this thing right here. I'm
Let
like,
me do adult things.
let me be a person.
Going into March, we have Ghost Recon Wildlands, which looks really
Wildlands?
cool.
It does look. Are you seeing
I
the
want that.
gameplay?
Yeah, it looks
It
awesome.
looks really cool.
Yeah, I'd like to pick that up so we can play
I
it
want
together.
it. I hope it's just not like the Division.
It's gonna be like the Division. Go ahead and get
I
ready for
don't,
that.
but from what I've seen, it doesn't look that way. It looks more grounded, more real,
Hey,
non-RPG.
The
stuff.
Division didn't look like that either until it was here. I'm just saying, the Division looked like a total different game than what we got.
But in
I
the
played The
gameplay,
Division
the
on
gameplay
Xbox One,
footage
I
I
was
saw, you shoot a guy in the head, he dies. I'm down.
Realistic?
Yeah, because I think this is a Ghost Recon game. It's going to be a little bit more realistic.
Quote unquote.
Well, We'll see.
So then you ride off into the sunset in your dirt bike and jump into a helicopter.
Yes, it was so freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, you're talking about Just Cause 3?
No, he's talking about Ghost Recon.
Near Automata. It's coming out on March
Automata.
7th.
Need it in my life.
Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reload.
I need it. My wallet hurts.
Yeah, I need that.
Mass Effect Andromeda is actually got a March release.
Yeah, getting rampant.
Yeah, CES.
That's
I'm
was
getting
that
like
close.
the special editions for that.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna get pushed?
No, they just confirmed it. They hard confirmed it like last week or this week.
Okay.
Yeah, this week.
It wasn't at
So it is
CES.
gonna get pushed.
The Nvidia stage or whatever.
I think
The
so.
Nvidia announcement. They're like, yeah,
Dreams coming out? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Kingdom Hearts HD.
Yeah,
I'm buying
I'm
them all
actually
again.
stoked about that.
You ever played those?
I played some on the PS1, I believe, or was it
PS2.
Just PS2.
Two.
Yeah, it's PS2. Okay.
It's good.
Me and my cousin used to hand off the controller on that one and play.
good.
My kids, I showed them videos of it, and they are not interested at all. So I was like, I mean, I'm gonna pick it up. I don't know that I'm gonna buy that one maybe brand new. I might just kind of pick up like the PS3 versions or whatever, and yeah, try it out. But I showed a whole bunch of videos to Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and some of the weird other things they did. And we're sitting there on YouTube, we're watching it. My kids are just like, "Nah, Daddy, nah."
Right, nah.
Nah, we want to play Minecraft.
Well, actually, we've been playing Spider-Man.
There you go.
They're just kind of like, I don't know. They don't like Mickey Mouse. They don't
Come
like.
inside. It's fun inside.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying.
Vertical Slice Live is hosting us. Appreciate that.
What was
April, we got Persona 5. Bulletstorm. That's coming out.
Yeah,
Day
Bulletstorm
one.
looks sick,
Friggin'
bro.
dude, new company order.
Ukulele, which I'm pretty excited to see how that does. I hope it's good.
See, I thought we were just talking about the games that were February and January and February. I didn't know that we were gonna.
Well, I'll stop there if you want me to.
No, it's okay. I'm not the
Yeah, let's not go too far
I
down.
mean,
the
I can
road.
land this plane. That's fine.
It only goes to April.
Yeah,
Okay,
it just
Well,
stopped. Yeah.
I think Bulletstorm would be like the far out one that I'm down
Yeah.
for. Man, dude, Bulletstorm got secretly pushed because it was originally March,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden it's April. I'm like, what?
So we move on to topic number 2. Reminder: you can let us know in the chat some of the answers to some of our questions and stuff in the in our topics. Like our next topic number 2 is brought to you by Extra Life. Go to extra-life.org. Extra Life is a organization that streams for 24 hours to help raise money for sick children in Children's Miracle Network
All
hospitals.
the monies.
All proceeds go to sick children. We don't benefit from any of that. So go to extra-life.org and donate to the Proving Gamer team. And we have a goal set up to where if we meet our goal through donations, Tricky, the owner of ProvingGamer.com, will actually get a tramp stamp, Extra Life tramp stamp. So please go donate. We'd appreciate that. Topic number 2, couch co-op. What are some of our favorite memories of passing the controller for a game that maybe wasn't even meant for co-op, but we played it with family or friends?
Now, when I
Let me go ahead and get mine out of the way. 'cause
hang on,
mine
I
should
want
be
you-
shorter.
Well, I know we've talked about
That's what she said.
couch co-op before, but I definitely when I brought this up, and there's a story behind it. Like, I want to focus on things that are not necessarily intended to be couch co-op, because I know we all have great stories of spending time with family and friends and playing passing control around. But like, we were sitting in my office the other day on break, and
That's
I got
what I thought about too.
yeah, and I like I had the PS TV box hooked up to the thing, and I opened up my Vita case, and I'm like, what do I have that we can play this like quick? And it was like MLB The Show 2014. So I grabbed it, I stuck it in there, and it fired up the Home Run Derby, and then picked 5 random characters, and then we just started passing the controller around and hitting home runs on break.
And it was really
awesome.
fun.
It was so silly and fun, and like I really expected Tanner to not get involved, because usually when we play games in there, Tanner tells us no. But and here's the thing, here's the
I hate
thing.
video games.
No.
Tanner says no, I don't want to play, but then sits in the player 2 spot and won't move. So everyone who does want to play has to go walk around him and stand behind me, because it's like,
Or kneel on the ground.
if you're not going to play, kindly remove yourself. You know, but rather than do that, he's just curls back, turns on Instagram, and starts looking at aesthetic chicks.
Ball Scroll Empire.
So,
Jeez.
anyways, I put in 5 characters because 5 of us in my office at the time, and freaking hand the controller to Tanner, expecting him to say, "Nah, I'm not playing baseball." No joke, freaking boom, start swinging with us, and we had a blast.
Dude, yes.
It was real. It was 15 minutes of good.
That game looks really
Fun.
good.
It was silly. It was
You know, what's funny is whenever I seen this question, I thought about that, and I
Yeah.
was like, like the things you will do with only one controller just to have fun with your friends.
Man,
Like
it's
you
crazy.
get so
You
creative.
get creative, yeah.
That's what we had to do, man.
It was like, you know, before we had all this technology and stuff, like, what would we do? We'd go outside and we would freaking set up our G.I. Joes and our Army men, and we'd freaking shoot them with BB guns, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'd put firecrackers on and bottle rockets on stuff, and, like before you had all these really great, awesome video games to do whatever the F you wanted, you went outside or you went inside, and you just freaking created your own games. And right now in the office, I don't have something that everyone can play. So we fired up a home run derby and just started passing the friggin' DualShock around. And I was fun. That was cool. That ranks up there with us passing the controller playing Injustice. You know what I'm saying? Our
Oh,
lunch
yeah.
breaks. We're having our little Injustice tournament. You know?
And
Yeah.
There's another game. It's like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
or-
All Stars Battle Royale.
That was fun.
Yeah. So, anyways, Tanner, you said you wanted to kind of break into it.
Well, since you gave us the criteria for that, then mine don't kind of match up with that. What I was saying, like how you're saying, there's no way for it to be co-op, but
Yeah.
there is a way to make it co-op.
Mm.
Aside, like the only thing I can really remember is on the PS2. Obviously, you know, playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City, just taking turns, just doing rampages. killing everything
I was gonna
in
say
sight.
GTA.
I know.
You seen it, didn't you?
No, and honestly, that's one thing me and my brother used to do a lot too. We just turn on Vice City, put all the cheats in, and just go shoot anything that moves.
Yeah.
And the game called Sonic Heroes. None of y'all played it, I'm assuming.
I know what you're talking about. I stopped playing Sonic games around Sonic CD.
Fair enough. This was actually, it wasn't that bad. There's obviously there's 3 of y'all in a little group, and me and my brother would just keep taking turns. Just if we died, all right, swap it over, or if we beat a level, pass it over. That's not too.
Take a hit and pass it to the left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back clean up on this one. So
Yeah,
Wait, Josh needs to go. We ain't heard from him
Yeah.
in a while.
I was gonna say, whoa, hit puberty.
don't die.
I was gonna say GTA.
Are you okay?
I'm dying. I need this Vita got me dying. No, I was gonna say GTA as well because I think everybody's been to the point where it's like, all right, it's only one player, but it's like the best game that was out. You know what I'm saying? And so after band practice or before band practice, we would sit down and just like, hey man, I got this GTA, let's play it. Freaking pass it, go up. I remember going up and like getting bats and just smashing
Oh my
grandmas.
gosh, dude.
Hitting grandmas.
Dude, that is like my legit first memory of GTA 3.
God, dude.
Like hitting some old lady with a baseball bat on cyber, which is actually really awful.
Terrible.
It's awful.
It's terrible, Daryl.
But in the game,
I'm tired of running around collecting coins. I want to kill a granny.
It's the first time you could do anything like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, when it was me, my buddy Richard, and my buddy Mark, and we were sitting down after after church one night.
Oh,
Oh man,
As you do.
As you do.
all
You
my
go to
friends are
church.
heathens.
We had football practice, and then after football practice, we went to church, and then we got home. Everybody took showers, sat in his pool room because they had like a pool table and stuff. We sat in front of this little tube TV with the PS2, and we passed the controller, taking turns smacking people with baseball bats on Grand Theft Auto till about 2 a.m.
Dude,
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
I think it was maybe Vice City. I don't know. It might not have
Probably
been.
was.
But I remember directly in front of my apartment there was a hot dog stand, and I would go to the hot dog, buy a hot dog from him, eat it, and then beat the crap out of him.
Well, that's
hot dog.
Thanks for the wiener.
Or is that
That's San Andreas.
San Andreas,
Yeah,
that's what it
because
is.
you ate in San Andreas.
Yeah.
Because my dude had a big old fro, a huge belly, and then I got super strong because I worked out a lot.
like Kimbo Slice.
Yeah. Oh, rest in peace.
Oh,
You just went there.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding
Too
me? right
soon.
We
now?
only had 80 celebrity
All right.
deaths this
all right,
year.
Frost,
or
you're off
last
the
year.
show.
Wow.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I won the bet. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. My answer goes back to like back when I grew up playing like Nintendo games and stuff, right? Like not all Nintendo games were co-op, even though that was kind of a golden age for co-op because you had games like Contra and Super Mario, which was a bogus co-op, by the way, because like it wasn't technically co-op. It was like, you died, my turn,
Yeah.
jackwagon. So, but there was a lot of games that were like just genuinely good games that we would play, and like Castlevania was one of them. Like it wasn't co-op, but we would take turns like per death, right? That's what you did. Like if you died, pass the control.
Yep.
And that tradition kind of continued, because me and my uncle have played a ton of games together over the years. And one of the last like fondest memories I remember of us playing a co-op game. It was I think it was like right before I got married. Was so this was about 6 years ago, and Castlevania Lords of Shadows came out,
Yeah.
and that was a good game.
Second one's not that great.
It's well, that's what I hear.
It's like God of War ripoff, but go ahead.
It technically steals a lot of assets from a lot of games, but for a 3D Castlevania, it was actually really good. Because the 3D Castlevanias on like 64 got a really bad rap. Even though I kind of like some of the PS2 ones, like Lament of Innocence. I actually owned that game, played it. I didn't think it was terrible.
Don't get me wrong, Lords of Shadow 2 is not great, but it's not bad. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, but the first one was really good, and it was
you-
really long. It took me like 25 hours to beat.
If you like that,
Me too.
if you like that style of game, bro, like it's great. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But it was a good game, and that's what we did, like per death, or we would play for like 30 minutes or so, and then we'd switch off, and the game was just so good, like we didn't care. Like you would sit there and watch this game, much like how we do now on Twitch, where like if somebody was playing a game, we'll just chill and watch them play the game, and we didn't mind not playing, but we would switch off, and just coast through the game.
Heck yeah, bro.
We did that like with pretty much every game that we played. So even back when we were big on like PC gaming,
PC, bro.
like when even before Call of Duty came out, we had
Call of Duty,
Medal
Call
of
of Duty.
Honor, Medal of Honor Allied Assault, and that game was awesome. And we
Man.
would play it on online, and that was kind of like the first taste of multiplayer gaming that I'd gotten. And we would take turns. Like we had this computer chair, and we'd sit there, and we would do like maybe like every 3 deaths, we'd switch up, or like every match, because the matches usually weren't that long, depending on what server you joined. But so yeah, it's good stuff. Like you said, like we had to get creative. with
Oh,
it,
yeah.
right.
So I'm teaching my kids that right now, because obviously my oldest is 6, and they have everything in that. Like they have legit access to everything, minus the Wii U. And they've played it. We've they've played it at my brother's house. We had a Wii, they didn't like it. So they have 3DSs, and they're learning. But something we've been doing here lately, and we've done this before, but it's really it's finally clicked with them, is we're playing Amazing Spider-Man on PS3. And my youngest, Pax, is like a Spider-Man fanatic right now. Everything's Spider-Man. Like, you guys look, this box over here, Spider-Man stuff everywhere. There's a Spider-Man freaking four-wheeler behind this couch that he was riding around the house today, chasing the other kids. Like, the dude loves freaking Spider-Man. So I fired up Spider-Man to knock it out of the backlog, and I was already playing on the Vita, so I was like, this game's pretty good. And I fired it up, and I was sitting there playing it just with him in my lap, just we're sitting back, just chilling. And friggin' my other kids were like, hey, Dad, can we play? They just wanted to swing around, you know what I'm saying? Because it's an open world. The web swinging's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's probably the best it's been since like Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, and so I'm like, sure. So I do a mission, or do like a petty crime, which is like a real short side mission. You find like some criminals, trying to rob somebody. You go in, beat them up real fast, boom, 35 seconds is over. And so what I did was I was like, okay, well, there's 7 or 8 petty crimes we got to do. I was like, we do a petty crime, then pass the controller. So you can swing around as much as you want until you get there, and then when you get there, you handle the petty crime, you pass the controller. And then we went from there to side missions, like full-on side missions. And we went from full-on side missions to actual missions. And the rule that my brother and I always had growing up, and the rule I've instated with my kids is, you play till you die, pass the controller, or till you finish the mission. Because, like I watch Noah. Noah will play a game, and he's getting to where he doesn't die. So he's getting really freaking good at games.
Get good.
He is.
He's like, get good, scrub. I'm like, don't talk to your father.
He's so funny, dude. Because like we're sitting here earlier, and we're watching the Spectacular Spider-Man on DVD. We're watching it. Zoe and Pax are just aggravating the fool out of everybody. They're wrestling, they're fussing, they're crying, they're fighting, and Noah's sitting there playing his 3DS. I'm playing the Vita, and he's like, "Get off me! I don't want to be bothered." And he comes over here and just sits by me, props his feet up on the coffee table, the same way I did, and we're both there just playing our handhelds. And it's like, my son, he just doesn't want to be bothered. Rude. So, anyways, we've been passing the controller, playing Spider-Man, teaching them.
It's awesome. You're such a good dad.
Not really ish.
I'm hooked to model my fatherhood after you.
Well,
Teach them the ways of gaming.
dude, we started with Streets of Rage.
Except my name is Mayo. That was a kind of a fail on your part.
I mean, you can be a freaking prude if you want. You can hate stuff without playing it all you want. I'm not.
I got a platinum game. I know what's up.
You do, oddly enough.
I was trying to think, going off a little bit. I was trying to think about like whenever I have a kid one day, like he or she is going to play games, and I was trying to think about like what should that first game be? Because this is gonna like set the tone for the rest of that kid's life in gaming.
Well, you start off when they're babies, and the only game time you're going to get, unless you land some super supportive woman who can handle how crazy babies are and newborns and into toddlers, and allow you to sit down and play video games, I just guarantee you, you're not going to get to play.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those things. As long as the baby's asleep, I can play.
Right. Unless you do what I did, and you offer to take the child from the mother. Say, no, you go do your thing. I'll rock the baby to sleep, and friggin' like hold a controller.
Yeah.
And no joke. I mean, now these guys saw firsthand. Noah was colic. He would scream bloody murder in pain 10, 12 hours a day.
Can confirm.
Confirm. That's when I bought a headset.
Yeah.
These Turtle Beaches are
Some of the
great.
most loyal friends you'll ever meet in your life are sitting right here on this couch, because day in and day out they would come hang out knowing I had not just a newborn baby, but a just foul, ill scream of freaking holic. Like it was literally worst case scenario as far as like baby crying goes. He cried all day long.
Yeah.
And then if he wasn't crying, it's because I was walking him around, patting his back, rubbing his belly, blah, blah. And that was for 6 months. It's like 6 solid months of just like, no joke. I would sit in my recliner and like rock him to sleep, because my recliner rocked a little bit before you lean it all the way back.
Yeah.
I would rock him to sleep at night, and it would be sometimes so that Brandy could sleep so she could go to work. It would be, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and he finally calms down and sleeps. So I would sit there and just play games, like with him just rocking in my arms. He'd pass out. I'm saying, I ain't moving him,
Yeah.
because he's only going to sleep for 4 hours, and he's going to wake up, because when they're real little, they breastfeed every 2 to 4 hours.
So you had to pull it out.
I mean, yeah. No, I had to go get mama. But, as they got older, and as I went through, I obviously had my second, third. When they're real small, your only time gaming is with them asleep in your arms.
Yeah.
And you learn. I did anyways. You learn. You just figure it out. You know?
Yeah.
It's not comfortable. Your arm falls asleep. Your hands aren't comfortable. But like, that was, and Brian tells you all the time, baby's asleep, playing Titanfall.
Yeah.
And that was the easiest way for me to get game time in, was to, and from there, once they got a little bit older and they actually were interested, you have to change what you play
Yeah.
because you can't play Bloodborne with a toddler.
Sure you
with a kid. So we started it one day with Streets of Rage, and it's a side scroll beat 'em up. Nothing to it. Real easy to play. You just basically walk over this way, tap X. And so I handed him a controller. We literally, the first time he ever played with me, start to finish, beat the game without running out of continues.
How old was he then?
3.
Wow.
It's impressive.
We beat our first
That's
game together at 3 years old. Then we went and played X-Men Arcade. We fired it up immediately after and beat X-Men Arcade. And then we just went from there. We played some of the Lego games. And then it was tough. You know, you have to teach him and you got to be patient. Noah is a freaking wizard, though. He's a very, very bright kid. He picks up stuff real fast. And it wasn't long. We were playing Lego games, and then we discovered Minecraft. Went nuts on Minecraft, Terraria. Fighting games has been a blessing because like Noah and Zoe will sit there and just go to town on Injustice and All Stars Battle Royale.
Yeah.
He's playing Smash Bros now on 3DS.
Love Smash.
Smash Bros is cool, but like it's not clicking with him the way All Stars does. Because
He'll learn.
All Stars has a definitive finishing move. You know, like with Smash Bros, at least the first couple of them, you just knocked them till their health was a certain amount. You knocked them off the map, then they hit and explode and go shooting off, and they come back or whatever. With All Stars, you build up, you know what I'm saying, your supers. And you have 3 levels of supers. You have definitive special moves. And my kids, and I don't know if it's just exposure. They like that. They got that first, so they like that more. But, he's been playing Smash here the past few days. So he was playing it today, as a matter of fact. So
That's pretty cool. So
I think it's cool. I love Smash. So
I love smashing too.
Smash is awesome, actually.
Smashing pumpkins.
I was about to say it's kind of weird to talk about Smash when I'm talking about a 6-year-old playing games.
Well, you just made it weird.
You just made it weird. 2 Dragons.
Topic number 3. Speaking of Nintendo Switch reveal is next Friday.
Next topic.
What are our predictions for Nintendo Switch? This
and
topic.
the show's ending now.
Thank you for watching.
I predict that I won't be here for that show.
The topic number 3 is brought to you by Fight Stick Guy. Go to facebook.com/FightStickGuy for custom handcrafted arcade style fight sticks for you fighting game enthusiasts. So Switch. I'm excited.
To switch or not to switch? Well, then you go last. You're the only one out of the 4 of us that really, really.
Well, these are just predictions.
You really excited for real? Are you going to get one?
Of course I'm excited.
Are you gonna get one?
That's the real question. Probably like.
If finances line up, yes. I really want one. I really do. But see, we have to wait because I don't know how much it's going to be. They're going to announce it soon.
See, that's
Should
all.
be Friday.
Yeah.
They said that they're gonna announce the price and the launch lineup.
Yeah.
Can I get my estimate price?
You want to do
Do
all
it.
your predictions now? You can go first.
You can. I mean, like we are recording. We are live. You can.
I think that.
We're doing a video game podcast, so it's probably a good time to talk about that kind of thing.
You're right. I think that it's going to be around $350,
Ooh,
$400.
It's actually kind of high, but
that's
it makes
a brand
sense.
new console, though. I mean,
$350, I think, is the.
I mean, it's
most it'll
high.
be.
It's high when compared to like other people's predictions, but I wouldn't doubt it if it comes out and it's $400.
I'll say. I don't want to go any lower than 3.
Well, I mean, no, stick with your prediction. I mean, it's a valid prediction. So
I say that, and I don't know if there's been any more talk about the Pokemon, but I haven't because I haven't.
Just
Really,
that-
I saw an article that says there's supposed to be a Pokemon game at launch.
that's what I was gonna. I was gonna predict that.
when Pokemon Go was still hotness, is that still a thing? People still play that game?
Yes, they do. They just actually released a new generation of Pokemon.
They're just closet Pokemon
Or-
Go players.
The second generation Pokemon are on there.
Okay.
now.
The creator of Pokemon actually stated that there was going to be a Nintendo Switch, or there was going to be a Pokemon game on the quote unquote NX, because this is before the Switch had even gotten announced.
Yeah.
So, if they, that's my thing though. I'll get more into that in my predictions, but they have to come out with a strong lineup, like a launch lineup, a good solid launch lineup. So.
Yeah. Last thing is kind of more of like something that I've heard on another podcast, but I just want to tell you guys in case you haven't heard it. They said that once you take it portable, it's 40% less powerful. Or was it? I heard Geeks Under Grace talking about this. They were like, yeah, once you take it portable, I believe it's 40% less powerful than when it's on the dock.
Yeah.
So Joe said it's 40%. How do you say it? Less crap than it already is. That's what Joe said.
Trophy.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be one of those things, kind of like the Wii was, where it's gonna be cool to go to friends' houses and just play, like, you know what I'm saying. But I don't.
I mean, like what we're doing right now, like we're sitting around talking about video games, kind of playing on video games.
Yeah.
Like I could totally see the Switch being worth something like that, or at work when we're on break. You know what I'm saying? Like playing some games. Like I
Smashing.
Smashing my.
Smashing good
Me
time.
personally, I find it really hard to imagine. He just killed it. You play it till it died.
It's cool.
I find it really hard to imagine that it's going to be a great home console.
I'm listening. I just Jonas Pledge is in the chat. Good buddy of mine. He's calling y'all negative Nancy's because y'all aren't excited about the Switch.
I'm not hating on the Switch at all. Like, I think it's gonna be cool. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some cool games for it.
I don't have the nostalgic love for Nintendo that the people touting for the Switch do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped enjoying Nintendo during the Wii. I did not buy a Wii U. I played a Wii U. I tried it out. I was like, nah, not for me.
If you want to buy a Wii U, now's a good time. Cause
Actually, no.
Oh, wait. No,
the
it's
Wii
not.
U is more expensive this past holiday than the PS4 and the Xbox One.
It's nuts.
GameStop had bundles with 2 games of each console on their app. The first one was a Uncharted and The Last of Us bundle. The Xbox One had Gears of War and Fallout, I think it was, or something like that. And then the freaking Wii U had Mario Maker and it was Splatoon, I think it was. Either way, it was a Splatoon or it was a Mario Kart. It was $349. They were all $249. GameStop had bundles that were more expensive for a Wii U than it was for the leading consoles. I mean, if the Wii U was $99 right now, I still wouldn't buy it.
Well, it's because it didn't sell well. So
Yeah.
it's not like they can afford to sell it at a discounted price. And
That's probably, I mean, in my opinion, at this point, that's how you freaking recoup some of that. They have units in warehouses, in stores that aren't sold. And then the new hotness is getting announced and it's coming out in a couple months. You freaking discount the other stuff and try to sell some units while you still can. Because I mean, I get it. People will still buy Wii U's.
But okay,
when the Switch comes out. But
let's forget about the Wii U for a second. The Switch is not the Wii U, right? The Switch is the Switch is generating more buzz than the Wii U, which is already a good thing considering the Wii U almost had a phantom release when it came out.
Well, that's a lot of that's due to messaging. Okay, the Wii U came out kind of janky because everybody thought you plugged the tablet to your current Wii. All right, so giving it a new name, you're still having the power issues. I mean, it's finally coming out. Like, it's not going to be as powerful as current stuff, which doesn't matter for first party. It does matter for third party. So you're already saying, here's this new thing. It's not going to be your main thing.
Yeah, but that's what
But
Nintendo's always kind of been.
I don't know. See, Nintendo 64 was not that. GameCube was not that.
The 64 was out during a time where we had the PS1. The PS1 sold astronomical numbers.
So did the PS2.
Yeah.
But still, the GameCube was a freaking great console. And for a while, the GameCube was my main squeeze.
And the GameCube sold okay.
It's better than the Wii U. But again, like, okay, so we talked a lot about like nostalgic stuff tonight, right? We talked about like early gaming memories and couch co-op and things like that. How many times was the word Nintendo mentioned?
Too many.
A lot. Okay, NES, SNES, Nintendo 64, GameCube, and that's usually where the conversation stops.
Right.
You know. Now, granted, they were doing weird stuff that whole time. The Wii sure sold astronomically because of the motion controls and the things. People bought it that didn't usually buy games, but like it wasn't a great gaming console, you know. And like I remember specifically sitting upstairs with you with the GameCube and the Wii beside each other, putting in Resident Evil games from my GameCube that looked worse on the Wii U than they did on the GameCube because it was
Or the
so
Wii.
dark.
The Wii.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Wii. Sorry, and that was what I'm getting at is like that was a point where like okay, sure, it's not the most powerful thing. They're not even trying to be your main squeeze, which is fine, but it's like. Then what are you doing? You know, and like, sure, they're still offering Nintendo S games, but I said this, you know what I'm saying, a year ago on the show. Like, when is Nintendo going to say, hey, remember you that played Nintendo games for 15 years of your life? We no longer make things for you anymore. When are they going to reach back out, you know? Because
Right.
with the GameCube, they did that.
GameCube was freaking awesome.
The GameCube, they had Twin Snakes. The GameCube had Remake. The GameCube had Resident Evil 0 and Resident
Which
Evil
is crazy
4.
because all the games that you love on the GameCube were not first party, and that's insane because there were so many good first party games.
Well, if you really think about the games that I like, they're not first party games. My favorite franchises are not were first party games, but like to this day, like my favorite stuff isn't first party stuff. Yeah, it's just not how it is anymore, you know. And I don't like Mario. Like I've said that before. I didn't like Mario as a kid. I liked Mario 64.
Yeah.
That was the only Mario I've ever cared for. I didn't like Sunshine. I didn't
either. Sunshine sucked.
I didn't like Galaxy.
Galaxy was amazing.
I bought the 3DS Mario Luigi, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, the XL, whatever. I didn't like it. I didn't like Super Mario or the new Super Mario Bros. On the Wii. The side scroll that was updated graphics, you could jump on each other.
That one sucked. I didn't like that one.
Here, my point is this: is like, I'm not trying to be negative.
Mario's kind of becoming a cash grab right now.
Well, no,
And a lot of people were speculating that the new Mario coming for the Switch could possibly be like
like a Mario 64, too,
and we need
which would
that.
be cool.
We need that because Galaxy 1 and 2 was kind of like that, as different as it may have been. Those
Right.
games were really good, and then we started getting like just like we had the Mario on the Wii, and then we had Mario on the Wii U, which was basically the Mario on the Wii, except it was actually a lot better. It looked prettier, and the level design was just way better, but it was still it was 2D Mario, and it's like we want a good, we had 3D World, which was okay, but
there's an oversaturation of Mario games, in my opinion. But what I'm getting at is this: is like I'm sitting back and I say, everyone gets excited. They're like, "Oh, the new Nintendo console." I'm like, "Yeah," but what are they putting out there for me? You know what I'm saying? Like why should I be excited about?
if you're not
it?
an exclusive guy, then it's not going to be for you.
Which is
because-
sad because that wasn't how they used to be. When I loved them, they weren't that.
They still had a lot of good exclusives though, and the thing is, there's a lot of IPs that Nintendo has that they're sitting on. They've been sitting on for 20 plus years. Like Star Tropics. Star Tropics had 2 games on the NES. Both of them were fantastic and innovative and different, and like the stories were interesting and the boss fights were awesome and the characters were so engaging. But then like we haven't seen that. We haven't seen that game arise until they released it on the NES Classic, which was kind of a slap in the face because we have fans out there that are like, where's Star Tropics at, Or Metroid. They announced a new Metroid, and it was that one that was coming out on 3DS.
Yeah,
This Metroid
it's just
starred...
not what people want.
It's garbage.
Universe Defense, whatever.
Universe Defense garbage. It's not good. Like, not a good... That's not Metroid. That's not what we want.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm getting at. Like the Metroid Prime on the GameCube. You know what I'm
Fantastic.
saying? Twin Snakes. Again, not a Nintendo exclusive, but they went for that. They said, okay, we're going to take this game that everybody already loves. You associate Metal Gear with PlayStation.
Did you ever play Luigi? You never played Luigi's Mansion, did you?
I didn't like Luigi's Mansion.
They were so good.
I don't. That style of game is so boring to me. Like that's the thing, and that's what I'm getting at. Is like, I don't want what Nintendo proper puts out for the children and the man children. You know what I'm saying?
Man child.
I want Nintendo to say, here's this device. This is cool. And it's not just for the Zelda fans, because I don't like Zelda. It's not for the Mario fans, because I don't like Mario.
And I feel like that's what they're just going to try to do.
But that's what I'm getting at. What? Because to this point, they haven't said anything. And then it was like, they showed Skyrim, and then they're like, well, Bethesda's like, well, we haven't confirmed that yet, and like, we don't even know.
Well, we won't know. We won't know until they announce it.
Only
and-
thing that the Switch that they have said about Switch that I think is even halfway cool not worth buy. I don't necessarily know that's worth buying buy one for. Is that they said you can buy GameCube games on the marketplace, which is cool because that's when they stopped trying to reach me as a consumer. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting at. Like I get a lot of pushback from the Nintendo hate. And I don't hate Nintendo. It's just that they have made very deliberate steps to not reach this demographic of gamer. You know, I
Makes sense.
never liked Mario, and I stand by that. I just don't think they're fun. It's cool, yeah. Sure, they set the standard for gameplay, and they evolve. I really just don't like it. You know, I never really liked Zelda. I've played several of them. They just never clicked with me. It's never my thing. I didn't really care for any of the Luigi games. I didn't care for any of the Yoshi games. I like Mario Kart. I think Mario Kart's
Mario Kart's
fantastic.
awesome.
I like Smash. Those are fantastic, and those are cool games. They're not system sellers for me, you know, but they're cool. I liked when Nintendo said, "Okay, Daryl, I get it. You like the more mature games. You like things that aren't in Nintendo land. So what we're going to do is we're going to go grab one of those things that you like. We're going to change it up. We're going to get behind a team that's going to change it up.
Yeah.
Like whenever they released freaking Resident Evil remake on the
Remake, yeah.
GameCube, that blew my mind. They took a game that I associate with PlayStation.
That game still looks good.
It's phenomenal.
yeah.
They took in they associated with PlayStation that was core to what I'm interested in, and they, you know what I'm saying, they supported a team, and they you know what I'm saying, they obviously paid Capcom money to release it on their console. Twin Snakes, you know what I'm saying, Metroid Prime, that was cool. Like you had like no joke. Let's say that like Nintendo kept doing what it was doing, but constantly put out games like Metroid Prime. You know, that would give me a reason to want to play their stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 32 years old. I play a lot of childish, weird, and stuff. I play My Name is Mayo. I play Lego games, whatever. But
I don't think Mario's fun.
but I just don't. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm that hard to reach. It's not like they got to try really hard. It's just I'm legitimately sick and tired of Mario.
Yeah, we get it. You're close-minded. No, I'm just kidding. I totally understand where you're coming from. A lot of these fans feel the same way. I honestly feel the same way. I had a Wii U.
I was a fan.
I played my Wii U a lot, and then after a while, started collecting a lot of dust because what do? They come out and say, we're not releasing any more games this year or next year.
Yeah.
You know, and then they pretty much 8 months after I got my Wii U's when they announced that
I like Donkey
we have a
Kong.
new system and it'll be coming out next year.
I like Donkey Kong.
Donkey
Yeah.
Kong's
Donkey
awesome.
Kong Country.
Yeah.
That's cool.
a good game.
And this is me. All right. So this isn't a prediction, but this is something I would love. Like, this is the wild card move that I'd love to see. All right. Old Nintendo, they made their first party games. They sold their first party games, but they did third party stuff to make people like me invest in their hardware, invest in their system. All right. They had the best wrestling games. You know, Nintendo 64, No Mercy.
Yeah.
A freaking on the
World
GameCube,
Tour.
they had oh my god, what was it? It was you had okay, so Nintendo 64, you had WrestleMania 2000, you had No
World
Mercy,
Tour.
and then you had two Day of Reckoning and Day of Reckoning 2
Yeah.
on the GameCube. Okay,
Which I still have your GameCube copy of that.
really?
It was in that bag you gave me that I used to
was
hoist
wondering.
my games.
That's cool.
It was like in the little pouch where you put the games at. Yeah.
They had Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Like, they did things that like I would freaking buy the console for because you couldn't get those anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right? They don't do that anymore, and it drives me insane. It's like freaking if the Wii U came out or the Switch, let's say, comes out, and they said, guess what? Nobody's putting out Silent Hill games anymore. We're gonna have the next Silent Hill game. Because they did that on the Wii with Shattered Dimensions or Shattered Dimensions. You know, they had a freaking Silent Hill game that nobody else had.
Right.
Guess who bought it?
Derail?
I didn't even like the game. I didn't even like the Wii, but I was like, I'll freaking keep it for that. You know,
Yeah.
like they can reach me, they can get me back, but they just don't. And the Wii U was like nonstop. No, bro.
Well, someone like me, where I'm excited for the Switch to play games like the new Zelda, to play games like the new Mario, and whatever other IP that they hopefully don't trash and create some garbage game. You know, I'm excited for it for that reason. Everything else would be a plus. Now, in order for them to appeal to someone like you, I feel like these outside developers are going to have to make some deals with Nintendo and put out these games. Games like when Yacht Club made Shovel Knight, that was a Wii U exclusive for a while, you know, and it sold really well, and it still sells well today, and it's a great game. Which, by the way, go play Shovel Knight if you haven't. It's a great game.
Get on the Vita.
Get on anything. It's a good game.
Yeah, my kids love it on the Vita.
I feel like Nintendo knows that they have to appeal to a certain demographic. I
Dude.
feel like, you know, just by one of the things they announced when they revealed the Switch was, hey, look at all these third-party developers we have on board. And then we're starting to see articles like they're saying that Dark Souls 3 is running on the Switch, and it's actually running decently. That's hope, right? My question is, how is that going to work in correlation with the hardware that we have in place now? Because, you know, we have things like the little small cartridges that they're going to be releasing with it, you know, because like Nintendo's always done something weird with their stuff. Like with GameCube, you had the small disc. It was like no one else was doing that. It makes no sense.
It's cool.
It was cool, yeah. Especially when you had like the games with the 2 discs and you'd open it and you had like both of them stacked. You know, that's pretty cool. But no one else was doing that. You know,
like that.
yeah. Now here we are. Now we've come. You know, or look at the 64 era. You had Sony, and Sony was releasing CDs. You could store more storage on a CD. When Nintendo was like, no, we're gonna use cartridges, and it's like ultimately it was more expensive, and you couldn't put as much on.
The Vita uses little cartridges, and they're great.
They are cool.
Yeah.
They're super cool.
So hopefully, when the Switch releases their little cartridges, they'll do fine. I mean, I'm optimistic, but there's so many little things about the Switch. I have questions. We all have questions, and they're going to reveal
Friday.
next Friday.
A week from today.
Next slide.
I hope it's cool, man. Like I said, like I saw they put up their third-party developers, and Konami was right at the top, and I was like, okay, Switch.
Konami has that one game coming out.
Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
But Konami has one of the biggest bags of IP they're not using in the entire gaming industry, because they could put out Double Dragon games, they could put out Contra games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, just
Castlevania.
Castlevania, just that right there. Like, give me pretty side-scroll beat 'em ups. I'll buy your console. Nintendo's proper IP doesn't appeal to me, but their history with these third parties does, you know? And I'm not getting those games anywhere else. So if I was Nintendo, man, I'd be like, okay, there's a world of gamers out there who are not buying our stuff anymore. Why is that? Well, where do we go? Where do we go wrong, and what can we do to grab them? I mean, I'm sure there's financial reasons why they don't. I'm sure it's not the most lucrative business in the world to put out the games that I like, but I mean, like, God dog, I'd freaking buy the crap out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
as far as my predictions go for the show, I predict that it's going to come out at a $249 price point.
That'd be very smart if they did
I think
that.
there's going to be a premium version for $299. I don't know if it's going to get announced day one, but I think there's going to be like a low hard drive version, like the Wii U, and then the bigger hard drive version. Because it's portable, and I don't necessarily know. I don't believe that it's going to be like a memory stick kind of thing. I think you're going to get a built-in hard drive. You're either going to get a 32 or a 64, or a 32 and a 128, whatever. I don't think it's going to be very big.
Right.
I don't see them putting out a handheld with a 500 gig hard drive, you know. Like, space and all that stuff is going to be small. There's going to be a lot of restrictions on this thing. Again, they're not competing to be your main. They're trying to be your side chick. So I think that they're, as far as day one releases goes, I'm with Josh. I think there's going to be a Pokemon. I think that would be insane not to. With
That's
Pokemon,
free money.
With Pokemon Go, Sun and Moon, you know, I think they're going to put out some kind of third version of the two. Basically, it's the two games together.
You know, they always do.
So price point,
Pokemon soon.
the Dayquil, Nyquil. So I think it's going to be a hard price point starting at $249. A Pokemon game on launch, and I'm going to say new Mario.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they're gonna come out the gate with the new Mario. I think that Zelda's gonna be the fall title. I think
Don't say that. I want a game. I want a game sooner.
I know you want it, but you can't
Can I-
always get what
What
you
you
want.
But
So,
you
you know what I
try
want? I want them to come. If I was to pull one out of my hat, they're gonna come out with this great first party lineup for their launch titles, and they're gonna say, "Hey, guess what? You remember all these great games that we made back in the day with these third parties like Konami? We're gonna make Konami great again because Konami's gonna come out with a new Contra specifically for the Switch. Konami's gonna come out with a new Double Dragon." Specifically for the Switch, Konami's getting.
You dream big, don't you, Derek?
Bro, man, I love that. Like, I would say Battletoads, but friggin' Microsoft swooped that up with Rare.
Jonas Pledge says Zelda at launch, not Pokemon at launch.
I mean,
It's possible.
it's possible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, price point wise, I think it's gonna be about $300.
350.
I don't know if it's gonna be bundled with anything just yet.
No. We don't do launch bundles anymore. If they did a launch bundle, I might freaking roll over dead.
That'd be
I
cool.
might go, what?
Rafflecopter.
Say what?
Why though?
Why do? So $300 price point. Zelda originally got announced as a launch title, then said it was pushed. Then an article came out as of yesterday, I believe, that said that they might actually come out as a launch title. I was kind of hoping that it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and predict Zelda at launch.
If they don't have like a hard 18-month layout, it's good. I don't know that it's gonna.
That's what Wii U fell victim of. It didn't have that lineup. You know, it didn't have that calendar to tell us like, look at all these games that are coming out. Like, you know, we get PSX for the Sony, and like it's like we have 40
We've
really
got
awesome games
years.
coming out.
We've got like
You're
a
set.
good 3-4 years of projected. See,
Yeah.
that's like Xbox came out swinging, good launch lineup. They had a really good 2015 lineup into 2016, and now everybody's going, oh, what's left?
You get the Scorpio, which is probably gonna be about $500, and then
You yucky.
and you know, and then what are you gonna play
Scale
on that?
bound is broken.
Yeah,
Crack
so-
Dune that needs the cloud. Always online. Calling that one.
Which
Anyways,
if you're listening and you are an Xbox fan, let us know in the chat what games for Xbox One you're looking forward to. So yeah, Zelda at launch, hopefully, fingers crossed. I feel like they're going to tell us battery life, so that's a big question. Like, how long am I going to be able to take this?
based
the
on
road?
dev kits, they were saying 4 hours.
Okay, originally it was 2 to 3. It was predicted 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Now it's 4.
When it's better
Which
than
kind of lines up with them, you know, or backs up to what they were saying that it is a home console first.
based on dev kit. I mean, basically, listen, man, I just repeated myself. Like this is a 4-year-old launch OLED Vita, and it lasts about 3 to 4 hours now. Battery is just dookie.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're gonna sell it to me?
Negative, Ghost Rider. But what I am saying is, if the Switch is anything like the Vita, it might grab my attention because the Vita is, I think it's fantastic. You know, and this dude just out here got a platinum.
Yes, I
on
did.
on a silly game, and
My
then played
fourth
freaking
platinum.
Call of Duty.
My 4th play.
And like, if it looks like, I swear, dude, if the games look like this, like if the Switch puts out at least mobily Vita quality games, I think it'll be fine as far as like a handheld goes.
Okay.
My Slim over here lasts like 8 hours, 12 hours, sometimes a week if I don't
Sometimes
play that much. So
T-Bird predictions.
if you land, if the Switch can land in between these two right here,
You can sandwich them.
it'd be good.
Yeah, you'll be sleeping with it every night.
Eastern it.
Vita first.
You know what? Never mind.
For life.
Predictions, T-Bird.
Price point. Everyone's been saying it's gonna be like 250, 300. Safe bet.
369.
You saying 300, T-Bird?
I'm gonna go 250.
269.
269.
All right, $269.69.
69 cents. Exactly.
That's it. And then it's gonna have a launch Pokemon game. And I want to say Mario. It's gonna be a launch.
Well, you just copied me, bro.
Yeah, well, I
It's
can't
pretty.
help
I mean,
All right, well, then I'm gonna change mine.
No, excuse me. No, let me take the Mario out.
I was about to
They're gonna
take
get the Metroid you want and the Star Fox
Let's
you
not
want.
get carried
Is it
away.
gonna be Super Mario
They
69?
just put out a Star Fox.
That's the sequel to Super Mario 64.
I'll play it.
Mario 69. It's literally the 69th Mario game launched.
I want to add one more prediction. I'm
Moving
going
on.
to talk a lot about third party.
They have to.
Yeah, they have to. I
They
mean,
have to.
We've talked about it right here, but I feel like they've got to come out and say some of these games that you're playing now on other consoles, they're going to be available and you can play them on the go.
And here's the thing.
Hopefully they don't run like sack.
They said that they're not going to like get rid of the 3DS. But I also read that
Nice.
the developers for the 3DS and all that stuff's moving together. And the 3DS has a lot of shovelware, a lot of ridiculous. 3DS library is ridiculous.
There's a lot of good games on it though.
Sure, that I think so too. But like, it needs that. Like, I honestly like the freaking Switch needs a massive library. It doesn't. I don't. Again, for me, I don't care about their first party. Unless Mario freaking pulls out a mushroom and turns into freaking ripped up Swole Mario and starts killing people
Bane
and
Mario.
brings out a gun and starts cover based bro shooter Mario, I'm never gonna play another Mario game. That's just not gonna happen. And if Link don't grow a set of balls, start talking, and freaking, you know what I'm saying, start killing zombies, I'm not playing Zelda.
Well, he does kind of kill the undead.
Yeah. Anyways, so what
Anyway, it's a
we need
good
is
game,
we
quit
need
being
a Dead Space style Metroid game. Like, I want a mature freaking game from Nintendo. If Nintendo put something out with a set of nuts, or for the love
You
of God,
say that, but a lot of the
just
games
give
you
me Duke
play-
Nukem. Give me Duke Nukem.
A lot of the games you play
I do play
aren't
other stuff.
really.
I have Bojangles.
I do play other stuff, but I would never buy a PS4 for My Name is Mayo. I didn't buy an Xbox One.
There's a lot of games on
For
PS4 that
Ori and
I'm
the
looking
Blind
forward
Forest.
to personally that might not necessarily be for the mature crowd. Like, I really want to play ukulele because I've been wanting
Right.
a game like Banjo-Kazooie for years.
But you didn't buy your PS4 for ukulele.
Well, no, I bought it because it's a Sony product and I like Sony. Like,
Right,
and
but
that's
you
my
did-
thing. Like, I like Nintendo. I want to buy Nintendo, support Nintendo.
But the games that you saw on the horizon were mature games. Not all of them, but sure.
Not for the Switch. Tomorrow for the PS4.
I'm talking PS4. You didn't buy your main console for the baby games, for the side chicks. No, you bought it for the real stuff. I bought my Xbox One.
The first game I
For
played on my PS4 was
years.
Resogun, and I played that more than Battlefield 4.
It's better than Battlefield.
I mean, it is.
So it's Housemart, dude. You can't go wrong with Housemart games. I got my PS4, and the first thing I bought was Outlast because it was free. The first when the PS Plus as soon as it launched,
Still haven't beat
and I
it.
didn't bought. No, I haven't.
I didn't vote.
I didn't buy the launch console because they delayed all the games I wanted. So I said, F it. I bought the Grand Theft Auto 5 PS3 and then just waited 3 months and then got it.
Right.
So, but when I got with my PS4, man, they advertised the order, I was like, oh, I gotta have that. They advertised Infamous. Oh, I gotta have that.
Gotta have that, man.
Gotta have that. You know, like those were the games I was legitimately excited for. Those two games right there, I was like, I will day one PS4, and they're like, nah, bro, we're gonna move those 6 months for one, a year for the other. So I was like, dang. So I got Dead Nation and Outlast for my first two games.
First world problems.
Wouldn't have bought the console for that. Everything we're talking about is first world problems. Fool, we're talking about an effing Switch. That is the epitome of first world problems. It's like,
He's like, I
No,
hear
I
you,
really
but-
wasn't trying to troll. I was just making a funny joke.
it's tough.
Like, I
All
hear
I'm
you.
saying is this.
You ruined it. You made it awkward.
All I'm saying is this. I'm not
He wants nuts. That's what he wants. That's
I'm
what he
freaking
said.
nuts.
He wants
I'm
seven
saying
nuts.
like I'm not buying a Switch for a ukulele. I need something with some meat.
He wants some meat, man.
Meat and nuts.
Like My Name is Mayo in Minecraft.
I didn't buy a console for those. Like, you can make fun of the games that I've platinumed, Minecraft and My Name is Mayo, twice.
Did you enjoy playing the game?
I had fun.
Okay.
Minecraft was fun.
Someone just put Cats FTW. Cats F the world, man.
But I wouldn't, or For the Win, actually.
That's for
I say F the world.
Cats F the world! Everything. So,
Shout out.
Lots of love.
Shout out. Oh my gosh, dude. That's the best name ever. Can I say it? It's Nuhguzv. Nuggaz.
Nut.
Shout out, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to tell them the story about Jeebles. What Jeebles thought LOL meant when he
Yeah,
was talking to those people that lost
about the
him.
funeral.
Yeah.
So my grandpa, for everybody that's watching and listening,
He's talked about him before on the show.
his name is Jeebles. That's what we call him because Jeebles. His name is Gary McDonald. He wants to be
G-Mac.
he wants me to call him G-Mac, even though he's my grandpa.
It's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
Call me G-Mac
He's
go,
like-
and go get my medication.
He's like in public, call me G-Mac. Well, all right, whatever. So
Like, whatever,
You can
grandpa.
call me Grandpa at home, but in public, call me G-Mac.
some kids in high school came up to me one day and was like, "Hey, I wasn't supposed to tell you this, but I sold weed to your grandpa." I was like, "No, you didn't." They're like, "Yeah, G-Mac, right?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you did." So fast forward, and Jeebles is on Facebook because he lives on Facebook and he does everything in all caps. I don't know why. He's kind of dumb, but there was somebody that lost a family member, and he was like, they had posted on Facebook about it, and my grandpa put, "Sorry for your loss, praying for you, LOL." He thought LOL meant lots of love. He didn't know it meant laugh out loud. So he's like trolling on this freaking.
Sorry for your loss. Lots of love. Get wrecked.
He's like, sorry for your loss, man.
That's jacked.
So, yeah, that's so jacked.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 63.
I'm not done.
Oh, come
got
on.
a
I'm
question.
tired of hearing you hating on Switch.
I'm not hating on Switch.
Alright.
I'm legitimately asking them to court me.
Hey, hold on.
Court me, Switch.
Stink Palm has been asking me for a poop story. Like, he's like, how can I have the last name that I have and not have any poop story? He just got in the stream. Wait, so is this a Josh story that doesn't involve poo?
I mean, we can
Actually,
make
it
it
was.
about poop.
It's either going to be about poop, drugs, or wiener. So,
You choose. Choose your weapon.
Daryl,
Okay.
the floor is yours.
When you envisioned your PS4, what games were attached to that? Before you actually bought it.
Considering the launch lineup for PS4 was crap, I don't know.
Grandpa Crafts.
Like when because I got the PS4 at launch. Like I went at midnight.
You
picked
traded
it up.
everything in. I remember.
Yeah.
What games were you excited about?
I honestly don't know. I cannot honestly answer that because I don't remember.
I think at the time we were all stoked about the order before we knew anything about it.
Yeah,
That was the
I think I
hottest.
was.
Infamous was freaking sick, dude.
I honestly didn't know.
Killzone was great.
I didn't know anything. See, I didn't like Killzone.
See, I like Killzone a lot.
See, I
I thought it was way better than the previous Killzones.
I didn't know anything about Resogun. It was free. I downloaded it and I loved it. I don't know, the launch lineup for the PS4 was kind of lackluster. You know, and it started really picking up after like its first year it was out. I think for me though, it was probably Battlefield 4, just because like I really wanted a nice looking shooter. And I'd played the previous one on 360, so I got it for that. You know,
I mean,
or I
I
got
know-
it with that rather, because
Yeah.
there wasn't really anything else out.
I know you got your 360 with Gears in mind,
Mhm.
right? And I know when the PS4 came out, I know us. The big talk was better hardware than the Xbone. I know Tanner ended up last minute jumping ship and going Xbone.
Turncoat.
Well, I mean, you live and you learn. We all make mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Yep. Josh did the same thing. Josh got the Xbone first.
I did, and then he talked me into getting the PS4.
A little cult leader. Well,
And then I got the
of us.
PS4, and I mean, I can't say I haven't went back, but I pretty much haven't went back, even though I have the Xbox in my room. And it's probably finally about to get the use that it needs when me and him start the Gears series.
Yeah, we're gonna start Gears together.
It's a good game.
Games, all 5 of them.
Pop my Gears, Cherry.
All 4 of them.
Did you play Judgment?
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Did you like Judgment?
Yeah, right.
No, it sucked.
Did you? You didn't play Judgment.
Yeah, but just-
How much?
The beta.
Oh my God. Land this plane. I can't hear it anymore, Nate.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this has
been the good, the bad, the microtransactions,
This has
where we
been-
talk about games we've never played and talk about how much they suck.
This has been Remember the Loop, episode 63. Appreciate you watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/PreventGamer. Click that follow
Yeah.
button if you haven't already. Appreciate you listening on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, and now iHeartRadio. Be
Yes.
sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Leave us a review on iTunes. We will read it on the show because we love you guys like that. This has been a Proven Gamer podcast. Go to provengamer.com for news, reviews, previews, and podcasts. Daryl has a review that's going to be going up soon.
This is a Proving Gamer is a Remember the Loot website.
I mean, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like pretty much the only reason that Proving Gamer is still functioning is because of Remember the Loot. We are the Proving Gamer champions.
The backbone?
We are the heart and soul of the website. All the best content comes from this core group right here. Mine's Tanner. Damn. You want your Proven Gamer press releases, you're looking at your guy. You want your Proven Gamer game reviews, you're looking at your guy.
You want
You
your
want
effed up nap type? Looking at your guy.
Proven Gamer poop stories, you're looking at your guy. You want the best podcast team? Here you go.
Looking at a
You want the best
comedian.
podcast stream? Here you go. If you want the second rate stuff, sure, you can go on Proven Gamer and find the leftovers. But if you want the meat,
It's right here. No, it's right here.
that's right.
So yeah, go to Proven Gamer and support us. In doing so, you're supporting
Google
show.
Remember the Loot, and if you go to provengamer.com accidentally, just mosey around, see what you find.
You can find some stuff.
And I think that's the best way to
Yeah.
put it out.
Okay. Go check out the other podcasts. We have Trophy Horrors, the flagship podcast. We have Smart Marks, the wrestling centric podcast. If you're into wrestling,
By flagship, he means sinking ship. Their flag is the white flag, giving up. We're not worthy. We're not better than the Loot.
Right.
there's a lot of dome coming off that. a lot of
Like
glare,
glare
a lot
going
of
off that
glare
dome
coming off
of
that
yours.
dome of yours.
Squirrel nuts.
You can find me on Twitter at PG Frosty. I also Twitch stream on right here at Proving Gamer's official Twitch channel every Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure you go check that out. If you want to contact the show, you could do so there's a couple ways. You can email us at Remember the Loot at ProvingGamer.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at Remember the Loot. You can find us on Facebook. We have a closed group. Go to facebook.com/groups/Remember the Loot podcast, or just go to facebook.com and type it in the search bar. Don't be a lazy scrub.
Google Remember the Loot, and all the greatness will follow.
Where can they find you, Daryl?
Don't find me.
He's just there.
I haven't been streaming. My New Year's resolution is to do less.
Good job.
Loser.
Right now, my wife's hasn't been working on Thursdays for a while. So my Thursday night stream went into the trash can. And the only two nights I could stream were Thursday night and Saturday nights. And Saturday nights is my official game night with my children. So,
Stream with the kids, man.
you know what? I got a story for that. I streamed with my kids one time.
Daryl, where could they find
I streamed Minecraft. Look, dude, I know you've been away for a while.
Well, I really have to pee.
Okay. Well, go pee.
Can we pee together? Because I got to go too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
so
that's
don't
just
cross
land
the
You,
streams.
you can go with
Save-
any doctor
save
style
it.
shit. Lift
Hey,
anything heavy.
I've got a story. And I'm not landing this plane until I'm not allowing this plane to be landed until the story's told. I streamed with my kids one day, and we had like 8, 9 people in there off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as we fired up, we were streaming, and like we were streaming Minecraft, and I'm sitting there. I had the chat brought up, and somebody says, you know, they're talking or whatever. We're mining for diamonds, all that bull crap. Somebody says something about my son being cute.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't respond. And then somebody said something like, I wish you were my daddy. And then they just started saying like really, really vulgar stuff. And I ended the stream, and I don't stream my kids anymore.
People are so stupid.
Because unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, there's people out there who, whether they're, you know what I'm saying, being serious or not, you know, I thought that streaming with my kid, you know what I'm saying, would be something fun to do, and it just immediately red flags. I was like, no, not doing that. So yeah, again, and I'm not, you know, so I love the podcast. I love what we do. We're obviously really good at it. We're the only Proven Gamer podcast on iHeartRadio. We were selected because we're the best. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Toot.
I would stream, you know what I'm saying, on Saturday nights, but I'm not going to give up my night with the kids to so now on the community game nights or whatever, I'll wait till they go to bed, and then we'll play Call of Duty Ghost.
Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty.
In saying all that, where could they find you? If they wanted to go hear some more stories and anecdotes.
At Resident Daryl on Twitter. You can go to our Facebook group if you want to talk. And then if I decide to stream, at Resident Daryl on Twitch.
So literally everywhere.
Same thing. I mean, I say the same thing every week.
Resident Daryl Universal.
Once in a blue moon, people go to these things and they find us and they talk to me, say dirty things to me. It's kind of weird.
Talk dirty to me.
Where can they find you, Josh?
I am the Walking Idea at PSN, PlayStation Network. Twitch. I Twitch on Wednesdays. I usually Twitch with my wife and then play the game.
You just touched my foot, you weirdo.
Sorry. Gotta touch something.
Don't ever touch another man's foot while talking about your wife.
He's like, ooh, I
Yeah.
twitch with my
Whoa.
wife, but I love your feet.
Let me change your socks.
I like feet. It was Mr. Deeds. I Twitch stream on Wednesdays with my wife, and then today, just whenever else that I have time to play games, I usually will stream. Today I streamed Infinite Warfare for 2 hours
For me.
for Daryl because he was watching. He was the only one watching, so that was cool. He left me 11 comments.
I was like trying to help him get this trophies while I was cooking.
And it was like delayed, so I missed
I
it.
was like hella delayed. I'm like, got the rope, got the rope.
Cut the rope, bro. Cut
He's
the
like
rope.
done beat the whole sequence and gone on to the next checkpoint. Then my comment pops up.
And it was like literally a button away from getting a trophy that I have to go back and play and get. But I'll do it. It don't matter. You can find me in the Facebook group, Joshua Craps with 1 P. And yes, I do. Pretty much if you want to talk, hit me up there. And most likely I'll be streaming tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Probably about 12 to 1. I'll post in our Facebook group. I'll probably be streaming with my little brothers because they'll be over. And so,
Beware.
about to get the Rocket League.
Beware of the comments.
I ain't scared to go nade on somebody. I'll ban everybody. All right, Frosty, where can they find you, homeboy?
I already told
Just kidding, Tanner.
Got him.
Got him.
Psych that guy out.
you. Got me.
Got him.
Got wrecked. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Xbox Live,
back
PSN
page.
at tbird803.
BlackPeopleMe.com. Farmers only.
BBW.com.
Mingles and jingles.
420blazer.com.
Christian
Frosty.
singles.
Frosty, say your thing and get out of here.
Next time you see us, hopefully we'll have the new studio set up.
Nope.
No.
No?
We'll be in
Negative?
here next
You'll
time.
be in
No,
this. We'll be in this room
here.
on the couch.
Well, and actually, next time they'll be doing something else because, or y'all
Are you-
be
are
in
you-
here
you'll be out
probably.
We'll
Just
probably be in
I won't
here.
be here because I won't be here next week because it's my wife's, my son's, and my daughter's birthday next weekend. So I'll do as much as I can in the room this week, but it probably won't be ready for 2 more weeks at least.
I like it.
I gotta sand the whole thing. I gotta paint the whole thing. I gotta reset up the whole thing. It's gonna take a while. I don't have a ton of time. So
Right.
So we'll be in here next week.
So you can catch us live right here at twitch.tv/ProvenGamer at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Friday.
Yep. Thank you for everybody for watching and chatting and blowing our chat up. We love that.
See you guys later.
holla, 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 holla.